Hey friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another 3-hour-long cleaning marathon. This is going to be tons of not only deep cleaning, but decluttering, organizing. I'm really getting into those forgotten areas that we often overlook and so much everyday household cleaning. So I hope you guys are ready for some serious cleaning motivation. If you are new here, I am a stay-at-home mom to 4. I have 2 girls and 2 boys, and we live in West Texas. I have been married to my husband for over 15 years now, and I love sharing your everyday real life messes. I am just your average mama trying to keep up with everyday chaos and messes. So if you enjoy cleaning content, I would really love for you to hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube family. I do upload 1 to 2 new videos every single week, and I would love to have you here. But if you're a regular here on my channel, first off, thank you so much for all of your support and continuing to come back and spend your time with me. But like my other cleaning marathons, these videos will be familiar to you because they are some of my recent uploads, but nonetheless, they are so motivating. And what's great about these marathons is you can put me on and get all of your cleaning done with me, no stopping to find a new video. So I hope you stick around and keep on watching. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Hey friends, welcome back. I hope y'all are ready for some serious cleaning motivation. We are going to be tackling my entire kitchen with nothing left untouched. We are tackling all those areas that we often forget about or that are hidden. So make sure you guys grab your favorite drink, sit back, relax, get some motivation to tackle something later in your day, or go ahead, put me on, get up and start cleaning with me. I promise by the end of this video, you are going to be so motivated to get some deep cleaning done yourself. Well, hey there you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we would do a deep clean in the kitchen because it really needs to be done. About every 6 months or so, I really do like to pull out the appliances, clean underneath them, vacuum the tops of the cabinets, go through the lower cabinets and kind of get out any crumbs, reorganize if I need to. We're just gonna be doing all the things in here. I have a pretty large, hopeful to-do list. We'll see how much we get done today. Ideally, I just want to get done whatever I can during the day before I pick up the kids. So if you guys also only have a certain amount of time to get your cleaning done, use what time you have because something is better than nothing. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to tackle the kitchen. I hope you guys are ready for this. I hope the lighting isn't too dark for y'all. It is really gloomy out. We are actually getting a little bit of rain. We're supposed to have a thunderstorm. So I'm excited for the thunderstorm, but it's not good for lighting. I might end up pulling out an extra light just to help. I hope your day is starting off good. Today, I'm really excited to share this video because it was something that I knew I needed to do, but I was just putting it off. So what I love to do to set the mood and the tone is to light a yummy candle. This one is vanilla pumpkin. I picked it up from, I believe it was Marshall's. And I love this scent. I really need to go back and see if I can find another one. But I feel like lighting a candle or putting a good essential oil in your diffuser just really sets the tone and makes you feel motivated and excited to start cleaning. I recently picked up this wooden cutting board from HomeGoods, and I thought it would be so perfect to not only cut things on, but have it out for display, give my kitchen a little pop of warmth and life. So I think I'm gonna put it right here next to my utensils. I had the cutting board leaning against the wall after I first purchased it, and then I put it away, and then I kind of missed having it out, so I decided to make a staple piece out of it and just leave it on the countertop. I really have been having the itch to kind of revamp my style and change up my decor. Probably soon, but I plan on doing it really slow just because obviously it's expensive, and I have been loving thrifting, so I really want to start checking out any thrift stores, maybe some antique shops, and start finding some really cute vintage styled decor. I will definitely be sure to share that with you guys in the future once I finally find all of the pieces, but I have been getting tons of ideas and I cannot wait to share that with y'all. But before I get into the really deep cleaning, I wanted to clear away the countertops because for me, I cannot clean in a super cluttered space. So getting the clutter off of the countertops just kind of helps my mind feel a little bit more organized and ready to start tackling things. So I'm just doing a little bit of hand washing. That way the dishes weren't piled up on the countertop, and I wiped the countertops because I was going to be climbing on them to vacuum the tops of the cabinets, wipe the cabinets down, so I obviously didn't want to stand on a bunch of crumbs. First thing I wanted to do was pull this oven out and clean underneath it, but before I could do that, I wanted to clean the top of it. It had a lot of crumbs up here, so I thought, you know what, instead of me wiping it a million times and having to rinse it in the sink, I just went ahead and grabbed my vacuum, and oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know why I haven't been doing this since the beginning. It's so much faster to just vacuum up the crumbs and then wipe up anything that is stuck on your stovetop. And it wouldn't be a proper deep clean if I didn't go ahead and remove these handles and clean underneath them. And it was definitely time for me to do it because there was like a ring of grime from where I pulled them off. And I did want to make sure that the handles were clean themselves too. So I'm going to wipe those down with my yellow Windex before putting them back onto my oven. And I do love to use this yellow Windex on all of my stainless steel appliances. I find that it leaves a really good shine. I don't particularly like it for glass because I feel like it just, I don't know, I feel like it looks kind of streaky, but on stainless steel, it does a really good job. Y'all, my stove was so disgusting, not only underneath, but look down the side. So gross. So much caked on food, so many food crumbs. So it was much needed for me to do this deep clean. So first I'm picking up any big items that obviously I can't vacuum, and then we're gonna vacuum and wipe everything down. I've been doing a lot of self-reflection and just thinking about my overall vibe on YouTube and what I'm trying to do on my space as a content creator. And I hope you guys know that my intent for my content is to be, of course, uplifting and motivating, but never make you feel like you're not doing enough or that you're doing something wrong. I honestly just want to be a positive space for you where you can come and feel uplifted, energized, and positive to tackle whatever you need to get done. Life has enough challenges as it is, and the last thing I want is for you to come to my channel and feel like you need to compete or anything like that. So I hope you guys know that is my true intention, and I appreciate you guys taking your time and spending it with me each and every week. I truly appreciate it, and I appreciate you, and I hope you know that you are doing an amazing job. As you guys saw, the side of my oven was filthy, so I first wiped it down and then realized that this crack was so full of food and who knows what else. So I ended up pulling out my Bissell steamer and steaming the crack, and it looks brand new again. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just realized, so I've mentioned this before, my husband calls me a hippie. I'm totally into holistic lifestyle and natural ways to heal yourself. I just realized, I cannot believe I forgot to take it out. But if you notice, I had a ring near my hip. That is because I had this, which is, it's supposed to be a bracelet, which I do wear as a bracelet too, but it's a copper bracelet and it's supposed to heal arthritis, tendonitis, stuff like that. And my hip, I've mentioned this before, if y'all follow me on my vlogging channel, my left hip has been killing me for years. And so I heard that copper helps you heal. So I stuck it on my hip and I completely forgot that it was there. So in case there's been a ring on my butt this whole time, that is why. And I'll let you know if it works. I literally just got this in yesterday, so I've been wearing it on my wrist and I'm trying to wear it on my hip whenever I can. Obviously, I don't want to wear it while I'm cleaning or if I go out and about, but just thought that was funny that I just realized that. Tell this crazy butt trying to get up here. You can't get up here, silly girl. No, you're so silly. Oh, she's so cute. What is it, honey? What, Yoda? What? I was pleasantly surprised to see that the tops of my cabinets were not too dirty. And a trick for any of y'all out there who don't want to vacuum the tops of your cabinets, another alternative is you can put down wax paper, parchment paper. I've even seen people put down aluminum foil, and then whenever you're ready to swap it out, you just simply dispose of the old one and replace it with some new, whatever you put up there, newspaper. So many options, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it, and I kind of like vacuuming up there. It's kind of satisfying to see all the dirt and stuff, so I'm just weird like that, but you can do those other things as well. But now we moved on to the refrigerator. I went ahead, pulled it out. Thankfully, it wasn't too messy underneath here, just a little bit of dust. And since I was back here, I went ahead and wiped down the baseboards as well. Now that I cleaned under those appliances, it's time to go through the lower cabinets. I really want to wipe them out because they look gross, and I need to reorganize some of them. The pots and pan cabinet just isn't functioning for me. I can't get to my lids. They're just kind of all over the place. So I'm gonna see if we can rearrange things. I might move, I don't know, I might move them around, see if something works a little better, but we're gonna play with it. Nonetheless, we're gonna get them cleaned out. So these are the ones that just aren't functioning for me. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff down here. I do have organizers which help a lot, but I feel like they're just not positioned correctly, or maybe I just have too many of them in here and it's just not working. So we're gonna pull everything out and get it reorganized. Let me know if you guys are like this too, but anytime I have something big that I need to do, like a project around the house, decluttering, pulling things out like these cabinets, I oftentimes put it off because I think it's going to be a much larger task and take me forever than it actually ends up taking me. That's what these cabinets were to me. I have been thinking about rearranging them for months. It has been driving me insane. Every time I open up this cabinet in particular, things are just all jumbled up. We have broke so many lids recently because we pull something out and then a glass lid falls, but I just kept putting it off because in my mind it was going to be so tedious. But you guys, it honestly didn't take long at all. And when I got done, it felt so good. So if there's a task around your home that you have been putting off, I encourage you to take the time to tackle it. You're going to feel so much better. And even if you can't tackle it all in one day, work on it little by little. Dedicate 20-30 minutes each day or once a week to that particular area, and before you know it, it's going to be completely done and you're going to feel so accomplished from doing it. In case y'all are wondering where I got the black organizers, I did order those off of Amazon. I will be sure to link them down below. But I'm a huge advocate of bins and baskets. They come in handy literally everywhere. So thankfully I had some extras just hanging out in the laundry room. I do rotate through my bins and stuff. If I end up not using one, I just hang on to it because eventually I know I will need it somewhere else. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to function so much better for me. Don't get me wrong, I love the organizers, but when they just don't work or when you have too many of them, sometimes you just got to get rid of them. I decided to pull out a basket because the lids are so hard to keep organized, especially because Austin picks up the dishes for me. So it's just gonna make it easier for him to put them into a basket. And then I have all of my dishes just neatly stacked. This cabinet is what I would call my baking cabinet. I have so many pans in here and big pots. So I went through it. I was really trying to just see if there was anything I could get rid of or just take out of the kitchen, because I felt like I had way too many things in here and it was becoming really overwhelming trying to fit it all into the cabinets. This is so much better. And what I ended up doing was the overflow of items. So I have quite a few like baking pans that are square and circle. So I left out 2 of each, which is usually what I use at a time. And then all of the extras, it's hard to see, but I put them behind my mixer because I don't really use those. So put those in the back. I also put my big pot that I don't really use in the back, and then the stuff that I use often I left out so it was more accessible. The only thing I need to find a spot for is this huge baking pan. This thing does not fit anywhere. And then also our turkey pan, and this is like to drop the turkey into the grease for whenever we fry a turkey. So I might just put these in the garage because I really don't use them but once a year. My Tupperware cabinet is definitely one that gets reorganized the most often because it's always messy in here. I try to have Austin put the lids on the containers whenever he puts them away, but sometimes the lids get separated from the bottoms, and then he'll put them away at different times, and then it ends up a hot mess in here again. So I'm just going through and putting the lids on all of the containers. Thankfully, I have decluttered in here so many times that I knew I had a lid for everything. So I'm just simply piecing them back together and getting this cabinet reorganized again. This cabinet is the one I would like to call my smelly cabinet because it always has a cooking smell, if it's chicken or something like that, because I store not only my air fryer, but I have my Instapot in here, my toaster. So I have to pull stuff out of here and clean it pretty often because it gets so nasty. So it was definitely time to pull the things out. I've actually recently took everything out and wiped it down because, like I said, the smell, I was like, what is going on? So I cleaned my Instapot really well, and I figured out that it was mainly my air fryer that was starting to get smelly. Let me know, do you guys clean your air fryer every single time you use it? Because I am so bad about my air fryer. I will let so much buildup cake on in there. I know it's disgusting, but in my defense, I'm like, well, I'm turning it on, I'm preheating it, everything is disinfecting, but ew, it's so gross. So I cleaned all the appliances, I cleaned my air fryer, and now this cabinet smells so much better. And after I reorganized it, oh my gosh, this cabinet was the biggest transformation by far. It looks so much better in here now. So we are going to quickly organize this pantry just a little bit. I'm not gonna pull everything out like I typically do just because I am running out of time. It's almost time to get the kids here in about an hour, so I don't want to have a big mess out and have to go get the kids and do dinner and all of that. So let's just leave things in here. I'm gonna go through, find anything expired or items that I don't use anymore, discard those, and get this reorganized again. This is definitely a task that overwhelms me. I have so many things in here, and as much as I would have loved to pull it all out and wipe down every single shelf, it just wasn't realistic for how much time I had left in the day. I thought I was going to be able to get to the inside of the fridge, but y'all, it took me all day long. I seriously started first thing in the morning after I worked out. I got right into cleaning my kitchen, and I literally cleaned up until it was time to pick up my 3 older kids from school. So it took me all day, but it felt so good to get it done. But the fridge is gonna have to wait for another day. Now, when I go into the pantry, I feel like I can find everything and I know nothing is expired. And this is a really great way to take inventory of what you have and to even help you meal plan and save money, because I find that going through my pantry, I can see like, okay, these are the types of meals that I can make with things that I already have on hand. I don't have to spend extra money. So it is a really good idea to do a good pantry declutter and see what you have inside, because you can save some money by cooking some meals from home with food that you forgot was in your pantry. I absolutely love this organizer that I bought for the pantry. I got it probably almost 2 years ago. It has held up so well, and it really helps with the storage because this pantry is pretty small, especially for our family of 6. I do struggle fitting everything in here. So if y'all also have a small pantry or you're struggling with storage, look into getting one of these door organizers. They're awesome. I got mine off of Amazon. It was really affordable. And like I said, it has held up for already 2 years, no issues. So I'll be sure to link it down in my description for y'all. The pantry is definitely really full still, but it is so much more organized. It is much easier now for me to see exactly what is in here. And I got rid of a lot of stuff that was expired or we don't use. So here is a whole trash bag plus a bunch of boxes. I have a few containers that I need to clean and save because I'm not going to get rid of them, but for right now I'm not using them, so I'm going to pick those up. But that was a very successful declutter. I decided to go ahead and put away the dishes. That way I could put all of the dirty ones into the dishwasher and have a nice clean sink, because cleaning the sink is like the cherry on top for me. I feel like the kitchen isn't complete without a clean sink. So I'm gonna put the dishes away and then we're gonna clean the sink out. I'm still using the Jaws soft scrub in my sink. I love this stuff. It smells so good. Every time I use it, Ethan is like, "Ooh, what is that smell? It smells so good." He's so cute, but it does have a really nice lemon scent and it goes perfect. I love putting a few drops of my lemon essential oil into my diffuser after I clean the sink. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I love a nice lemon citrus scent. But I'm also really excited to share a little cleaning hack with you guys. That's going to be coming in my next video. So make sure you're subscribed and you have that bell on, because you're going to want to know this little hack. It's definitely going to save you some money. I'm going to quickly wipe down my cabinets. I am using the Aunt Fanny wood cleaner for this. And then this was going to be the last thing that I had time for before I had to go rush and get the kiddos from school. We are coming to the end of today's video. I really hope it gave y'all some motivation, or I hope you got a lot done along with me. If you're new here, I would love for you to say hi, leave me a comment down below. I love chatting with you guys. It's seriously my favorite part about YouTube. If you did enjoy today's video, I'd really love for you to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. You made it this far into my video. I know you will love my future content and everything else on my channel. I do upload new cleaning motivation weekly. I would love to have you here. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye. Hey friends, welcome back. Y'all are in for some serious cleaning motivation today. We are going to be tackling all of my kids' bedrooms plus their shared bathroom. This is a serious, disgusting, deep clean with me. You guys know Adrienne is my messy child. I'm sure you've seen some of her trashed room makeovers. Well, today we are going to be tackling her room, and it was definitely disgusting. We're going through her drawers, we're doing deep cleaning, and we're also going to be doing the same in the other 2 bedrooms plus their disgusting bathrooms. So I hope you guys are ready. If you need to get some cleaning done with me, go ahead, put me on the TV or your tablet, and let's get up and get moving. Or just sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, and get some motivation for later in your day. If you haven't yet opened up those blinds, go ahead, let that sunshine in, get that natural vitamin D. It really does help you feel more productive and just overall happier when you have that natural light shining in. So let's set the mood for the day so it's a good one. Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing some serious messy house cleaning. My upstairs is destroyed, so I'm going to start up there and then we'll see what I get into. I want to start off by saying good morning or afternoon whenever you might be watching this video. I thank you so much for being here. I'm grateful that you chose to spend your time with me. Especially, there are so many other creators on this platform that are amazing, and I just want you to know that I truly appreciate you guys being here and watching. YouTube is my true passion, and I just love this community that we're building together. It really is a uplifting one. You guys leave me the best comments overall. It really is a positive and uplifting environment, and I enjoy getting on here and reading your comments. So if you are a silent watcher, I encourage you to leave me a comment down below, just telling me a little bit about yourself. I love chatting. It is my favorite thing about YouTube, and I hope y'all know that your comments do not go unread, and I will be forever grateful for this platform and for all of my amazing subscribers. I never thought in a million years that this is what I would be doing. If you would have asked me 5-10 years ago, I mean, first of all, I didn't even really know about YouTube, let's be honest, but it's just crazy. It's crazy now there is this platform where we can come together from all around the world and encourage each other. So this is just so special, and I hope you know I do not take it for granted for 1 minute. But now let's get into all of this cleaning. As you can tell, we're starting off upstairs in the kids' bathroom, and it was definitely destroyed. So Ethan, my youngest, he is now 4 years old. He typically brushes his teeth using a step stool. Well, the night before, he couldn't find the step stool, so he decided to try to jump up and spit the toothpaste into the sink, and clearly he missed. It was all over the mirror. It was everywhere. So I knew I needed to get in here, get that cleaned up, and you'll see here in a little bit, there was more of a mess than I even knew was in here. So we're going to do some deep cleaning. I'm also going to be sharing a hack with you guys that I'm really excited about. I just figured it out, and I am excited to use it now, and I think y'all are going to love it. It's going to save you some money, especially if this is a product that you use often. So make sure you stay tuned. I will be sharing that with you guys in just a moment. But as I was cleaning this mirror, my sprayer broke on me, but thankfully I had an almost empty bottle of Method. So I went ahead and just dumped my 7th generation into my Method bottle. That way nothing went to waste. I also needed to refill the kids' little soap dispensers. They go through so much soap, especially my oldest, Aubrey. She wears contacts, so she's constantly washing her hands, you know, before she puts her contacts in and after and all of that. So I like to try to stay stocked up on the hand soap, and we've currently been using the pumpkin spice scented one. It smells so good. But like I said, today we're doing deeper cleaning upstairs, and I like to really focus around the bottom of the toilet, especially when I'm doing deep cleaning, because I mean, if you have boys in the house, I'm sure you know how it is. The toilet gets so smelly, and sometimes you just got to get in there and give it a really good deep cleaning. So I sprayed all around the bottom really well. I wiped up all of the dirt and everything else, and then at the very end I am going to be steam mopping in here just to sanitize and make sure everything is germ free. If you guys watched my last video or two, I was talking about how the kids soak this rug. Did you hear that? This is soaking wet. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull both rugs and wash them. It is so true when they say you never know what you're gonna get when you have children. It is always something every day that surprises me. It surprises me, but also doesn't surprise me. I'm sure you know what I mean if you're a parent. But I went ahead, brought all of the dirty clothes downstairs because it was overflowing. We're gonna get some laundry going, and then we're gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna share the hack with y'all. I thought we would try out this hack together. I have not tested this. We're gonna find out today if it works. But you know how everyone is raving about the Dawn Power Wash? This stuff is amazing. I love it too. It works great, but I saw a YouTube short that said you can make the same thing using a few household items and it works just the same. So I wanted to find out. So this is an empty one that I currently have. So all you need to do to recreate this, which if you want to use Dawn dish soap, you can do that too. But I don't have any on hand, so I'm going to be using just some Field & Future. This is like all natural soap from HEB. So you're going to do like 1/3 part soap, 1/3 part rubbing alcohol, and then the rest with water. I think that was around the measurements. I could not find the video again. I just remember it was these 3 ingredients. So let's make this and we're gonna try it out in the shower and see if it comes out in that same consistency. Y'all have no idea how excited I was to try this out. I have been waiting until I could share it with you guys to do it. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's working. I did squirt it a lot just to make sure there wasn't like any old product left in there. But look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh, I am forever doing this now. This stuff does smell really strong. It smells like hairspray, so maybe a little less alcohol next time, or maybe some essential oils. But overall, you guys, this is a 10 out of 10. Definitely try it out if you already have a Dawn Power Wash bottle lying around and it's almost empty. Give this a try. If you do, let me know down below what you think about it. My kids actually said they love this smell. It does remind me of hairspray, but also just kind of like an alcohol smell, like a rubbing alcohol smell. So it doesn't smell bad at all. It's a really good scent. It still makes it smell clean. And I just love that it sprayed out in that same like foaming way. I've also been using it on my dishes, and so far I feel like it works just as good at getting on the stuck on grime and all of that. So I'm gonna keep testing it out. I'll let you guys know if my opinion changes, but so far I feel like this is working just as good as the actual product. Y'all, this little shower scrubber has made all of the difference for me. I've mentioned this before, that cleaning the bathtub, cleaning the shower was something I always put off because I do not enjoy it. It is one of my least favorite things to do because it just seems so strenuous and tedious, and I just never liked it. But now that I have my new extension electric scrubber, I actually look forward to cleaning the bathrooms now. Like, I get so excited to use it. My back doesn't hurt. I don't have to lean over and struggle. So if you guys have been thinking about getting one and you haven't, I definitely recommend it. Put it on your Christmas list or your birthday list or whatever. Just go out, treat yourself, because I promise you it's game changing. At first, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I don't need that. That's just a waste of money. No. You guys, I'm telling you, you need it. It is so awesome to have. It makes cleaning your shower and bath a million times easier. Steam mopping is something I just love to do. I feel like it leaves the air feeling so clean and so fresh. I love it. And I just love knowing that the germs are killed and my floors are freshly cleaned and not sticky anymore. So once we finish up in here, we're going to head into Adrian's room, one of the most requested spaces for me to clean. And today is not going to disappoint because look how messy her room was, you guys. And this wasn't even the bad part. When I got into the drawers is when it's like, oh my goodness, she loves to save every little bit of paper. That is her thing. She loves doing arts and crafts and making things, and then she just stores them all into her drawers. So we're going to go through it. We're going to declutter. We're going to organize it. And it feels so good when I get done. I'm also doing a lot of deep cleaning because I noticed the other day, which my kids usually always have their fans on. They're kind of like me. They can't sleep without the fan on. They just prefer having, you know, that light breeze going. So I typically don't notice their fans because they're always on. Well, the other day I went in and the fans were off, and you guys, there was a probably half an inch thick of dust on the edges of my girls' fans. I could not believe. It was so filthy. So I put it on my to-do list, and I knew I was going to be tackling it today because it was so bad. And since I was going to be doing the deep cleaning, I was like, you know what? I haven't cleaned Adrian's curtains since we bought them because she has this like lace, it's like a regular curtain and then it has lace attached to it, which is really pretty. We love her curtains, but I'm terrified to wash them because I just don't know if it's going to mess them up. So I thought, you know what, while I'm in here doing some deep cleaning, I'm also going to shake the curtain out to get all the dust out of it, and then also go in with my steamer to try to kill any germs, sanitize them, get any allergens off of them. So this room was like a complete 180 transformation. And I know for a lot of people, looking at this mess can feel very overwhelming, which is totally understandable because I will admit, even for me, whenever I'm decluttering a space, I get the feeling of just like being overwhelmed. Where do I start? What do I do first? So just know that if you get those feelings too, and it often scares you away from decluttering, just know you're not alone. We all get those feelings, and it's okay. You can work through it. And whenever I get that feeling, I try to just slow down, take a breath, and try to focus on one thing at a time. So I will open up just one drawer, focus on that one drawer, and then once you get that one space organized, it really does give you the motivation, the encouragement to keep going and to declutter more. So I promise you can do it if you struggle with decluttering. It is just one baby step at a time. Even if you have to do just one thing per day, eventually that is going to add up, and before you know it, the space will be completely decluttered. So don't feel like if you can't do it all, then you should do none. That is the wrong way to look at it. So if you only have a little bit of time, work with what you have. Give yourself some grace because decluttering is no easy task. Something that I kind of wanted to bring up in case maybe you think this way or maybe you know someone who thinks like this, but I was actually having a conversation with a friend who was talking about like, I don't know how you do it, like how do you get everything cleaned up, how do you keep it organized? They often feel very overwhelmed, and even when they do clean, they just struggle with throwing anything away because in their mind they just see price tags and how much they spent on it, which is so understandable, you guys. I really struggled with that too when I first just started feeling that overwhelming feeling like I had too many things. I couldn't find a space for them, but then I didn't want to throw them away because I felt like I was just flushing my money down the toilet. And it is understandable, but what I had to do to help shift my mind frame away from that and to look at it, you know, in a different perspective. And it really helped me because otherwise I really wouldn't have thrown anything away or donated anything. But what I like to do now is ask myself 4 little questions. 1, how much did it cost? 2, how long have I had it? 3, do I use it? Or when was the last time that I used it? And 4, does it bring me happiness? And whenever I ask myself those questions, number 1, I like to look at the biggest one. The biggest one is, have I used it? If you have not used it in over 6 months, you likely won't use it in the future. Of course, there's exceptions like seasonal things, decor, stuff like that. You can make it a little bit longer, like, okay, have I used it in the last 2 years? Does it bring me happiness? But when it comes to your everyday household items or even your clothing, you want to ask yourself, have I used it in the last 6 months? Does it still fit me? And if I didn't spend that much money on it, did I get my money's worth? Do I feel like, okay, I've had it for, let's say, 2 years, 3 years, and I spent $20 on it? Do I feel like I got my money's worth? And that really helps me shift my perspective on things and make me realize like, okay, yeah, it really wasn't that expensive. I got my money's worth out of it. And now I'm ready to donate it or sell it in a garage sale and help someone else out who might be looking for this item but can't pay, you know, full price for it. So those are just some of the things I ask myself, and it really helps me out a lot because honestly, you guys, I really did struggle with decluttering. I would shift things from one bin to another, from one closet to another one. And my husband used to tell me all the time that I was a pack rat. So I know the feeling and I know the struggles are real, but I promise you can get through it. Baby steps, start in one little space and work your way around, and eventually your home will be completely decluttered and organized. While I was organizing Adrian's dresser drawers, I did find a lot of books in there, so I went ahead, pulled those out because she has a little bin under her bed that she keeps all of her books in. So I wanted to go ahead and reorganize those to try to fit them all in here because her collection has grown a lot. If you guys watched a couple videos ago, I mentioned that we went up to the library and they were having this awesome event where we could fill a bag for $5 with all of the books that we wanted. So now she has quite the collection. So I got it reorganized for her. It needed to be vacuumed out. There was a lot of like random crumbs in there, but now she can see all of her books nice and neatly. So for organization in here, what I did was put all of her fidgets and little knick-knack toys in this basket, and then I did mainly all of her little poppets, a few random ones, her slime, pens, pencils, markers, crayons, and then her bead set. And then in this drawer, I have all of her notebooks, paper, painting stuff, all of that stacked up. And then these are just like a few random items I put in there, but what I'm really excited is I got rid of so much that we freed up this drawer. I do plan on doing like a decluttering and organize in her bedroom. I'll likely be sharing that on my vlogging channel, but I need to go through her clothes and reorganize, so it's going to be nice to have a freed up drawer. I went ahead and pulled off her bedding, that way I could wash it. She doesn't sleep underneath of her comforter, so I was like, you know what, I cleaned her sheets not too long ago. I'm just gonna wash the ones that she actually lays on and that looked dirty. So I pulled those off, that way we could get them in the washer as soon as that first load was done. And now we're heading into her closet. There was a lot of random things on the floor, papers of course. So we're just going to quickly tidy up the bottom half of her closet. I also needed to pop some balloons that were left over from Ethan's birthday. And I got rid of those because Adrian's birthday is actually coming up. It's November 1st. So I already know we're going to have a lot more balloons in the house. So I needed to get rid of the old ones. And that is the dust that I was talking about, you guys. It was so caked on. It was disgusting. I went ahead and got the glass cleaner so I could clean the glass, because while I was up there, I realized, holy cow, the glass is not see-through anymore. There's a huge film of dirt on here. So when I get done, this fan looks brand new again. I could not believe how dirty I let it get. As I was cleaning the window, I realized that I never took down this blind and finished painting the inside of the windowsill. There are little blocks up at the very top that are unpainted, and I noticed it when I was closing the blinds, and I was like, oh my gosh. So that is on my to-do list. I need to finish up the paint job in there. I don't know how I forgot to do that. But now we are steaming her curtain. I have this little handheld steamer. This is what I use for my clothes. I also have my Bissell steamer, but this one is great for like flatter items like curtains and clothes, stuff like that. So I pulled this one out. I got it off of Amazon. It was really affordable and I love it. It works great. So I'll be sure to link it in my description for y'all. But I could not believe the amount of dust that was coming off of these curtains. It was getting caked on to the tip of my steamer. I had to keep stopping and wiping the tip of my steamer because it was so dusty. I definitely need to start doing this more often because I did not realize how much dust was trapped in here. And like I said, her curtains are really the only ones in the house that I don't wash, which I don't know. Let me know if you guys think I could wash these and just hang dry them, if they would be okay. I don't know. I've just never really washed any, what is this called? Like tensile tool? I don't know what it's called, but I've never really washed anything with it. So I'm scared it's going to shrink. but can we just appreciate this transformation? Oh my goodness, you guys. Not only does her room look good, but now it's nice and organized in her drawers. It was so sweet when she came home from school and saw her room. She was so appreciative. Every time I clean her room, she is so sweet. She's like, "Thank you, Mom, so much. I love it. I promise I'm going to keep it clean this time." It is honestly the sweetest, and I know she tries really hard, but I also appreciate that every child is different, and what might seem like chaos to one person is complete serenity for the other. So to each their own, but I do try to get in there and help her out every once in a while. I do make the kids clean their rooms, but I mean, let's be honest, kids do not do that great of a job at cleaning their rooms. Now it's time to head into Aubrey's bedroom. She is my oldest. She is 13 now, and her room usually isn't too dirty, but it is dusty. This is the dustiest room by far. It doesn't matter how many times I come in here and dust, there is always a film of dust on her dresser, on her desk. So I thought today would be a great day to come in here and just take everything off of her desk and do a deep clean, because I haven't done that for her in quite some time. I've been making her do most of the dusting, but I just noticed that it's really starting to cake on, not only on her ceiling fan, but everywhere else. So we're going to do a nice deep clean in here. I almost took down her curtains, but I actually recently washed her curtains and got them all cleaned up, because I had to take the, I had like the sticker that would block out the sun on the upper half of her window. So whenever I took that sticker off, I like took down her curtains and washed them and everything. So I figured her curtains weren't too bad this day, but we're going to get everything else in here dust free. But if y'all have not washed your curtains ever before, I highly recommend doing it. I just recently started doing this, and I can feel the difference in the room. After I pull them out and hang them back up again, it just feels lighter and cleaner, and it's great because you don't even have to put them in the dryer, because you know, sometimes you worry about shrinking. You can just hang them directly back on the curtain rod and let them hang dry, and it also makes your house smell really good like laundry. So as you can see, I'm just going ahead and taking everything off of her desk. That way I can wipe it down. And then I wanted to make sure I vacuumed really good all near her computer and just got all the dust up. I think because she does have so many electronics in here, that might be contributing to all of the dust, but whatever it is, this room is so dusty. I also have a little air purifier in here for her just to kind of help, but it recently fell apart and I just haven't came in here to put it back together again and clean it. So we're also going to be doing that today and getting it back up and running for her. So I wanted to share a little quote with you guys that I've been thinking about recently, just from some of the comments that I get on my channel about people saying like, oh, I wish I had your energy, or I wish I could get as much done as you. And I just want to encourage you that you have the energy inside of you. You can get everything done that you want to, and you can do whatever you want. Whatever you put your mind to, I promise you can do. And one of the quotes that I love is from Sir Isaac Newton, and it's his first law of motion, and it's that a body at motion stays in motion, and a body at rest stays at rest. And you guys, this could not be more true. If I have a day where I just wake up and I'm feeling run down, and I just start my morning off by lounging on the couch, watching some TV, scrolling on social media, before I know it, over half of the day is gone and I've done nothing. I've not been productive. I've sat on my butt and not accomplished anything that I wanted to. Versus if I wake up and I'm like, you know what, I'm really not feeling it today, I tell myself, let's just go get my steps in. I'm just going to go on the treadmill, nothing crazy, but I'm just going to go get my body moving. And 9 times out of 10, by me just taking that step to move, not even do anything crazy, just simply walk, it gives me the energy to start the next thing and the next thing. So I promise you, you guys, you have it in you. If you've been struggling with just getting up and getting moving, take that first step. Just get up and start moving. It doesn't even have to be anything crazy. And that goes with not only cleaning, if you need to get motivated with cleaning, just by getting up, starting on one small task, if it's just loading the dishwasher or unloading the dishwasher. Usually that momentum will get you moving and, get you wanting to clean the next thing. But that also goes for like if you've been struggling on wanting to get in shape or start a fitness journey. Start small, and I promise those little baby steps are going to add up. Just by starting to get your steps in and doing that consistently, you're going to find that you have more energy and you're more encouraged and motivated to start doing more, being more active. So I just thought I would leave you guys with those words of encouragement because I've just been thinking about it a lot lately. My goodness, y'all, look at all the dust up here. So we're going to go ahead, get all of this dust free, wipe it down. And then while I was at it, I needed to fix Aubrey's lower drawer. Once again, it was off of track and I needed to pull it out. She had a bunch of clothes that fell behind it. So I'm going to fix that for her. And then when she got home from school, I had her declutter that bottom drawer. She had so many things in there that she no longer uses. So she finally went through that so her drawer can close properly. I cannot believe how long we've had this dresser, you guys. This is the first furniture that we ever purchased. This dresser and that bed frame. Me and my husband bought that when we first moved in together over 15 years ago. So this has held up for quite some time. The end of the bed is a little cracked. The frame has been cracked for quite some time. So I think probably in the near future, we will be buying Aubrey a new bed frame. And I've actually been thinking about maybe painting the dresser and giving it a good like revamp, a refresh, because the dresser is still in perfect condition. Just the wood on the side of it is a little scratched up from when we used to have a little kitten and it scratched up the dresser. So I've been thinking about maybe redoing it whenever we finally decide on like a new bed frame. Then I could do a little DIY on her dresser to match whatever color she might end up picking. But I've been thinking about that. I've been having the itch to kind of do some DIY projects recently. So maybe that will be in the near future on my channel. This was so sweet. I had to put this in the video. Ethan and Stella are two little peas in a pod. He is always carrying her around the house. She is such a sweet dog, you guys. Like, honestly, we won the jackpot with her. She is so sweet and just lets Ethan do whatever he wants to her. I'm oftentimes telling Ethan, like, remember, she's not a stuffed animal. Like, you have to be very gentle, but he does so good with her. They are so sweet together, and I'm really excited to just watch them grow up together. The last and final space that needed to be tackled upstairs is my boys' shared bedroom. And if you guys watched my previous video, you know that I recently did a makeover in here, just a little revamp. I got their dresser, so it really wasn't terribly dirty in here, but I did want to do some deep cleaning. I needed to pull their TV stand out and clean behind that, because whenever I was wiping it down, I bent down and realized how dusty it was back there. So we're going to move the TV stand, clean back there, and also wipe down their fan and just get it looking tidier in here and dust free. I don't think the camera does it justice with how much dust was back here, you guys. It was so dusty. So I'm glad I finally moved this away from the wall and got it all cleaned up. Not gonna lie, I was getting a little nervous standing on this chair. Trying to keep my balance and wiping the fan was no easy task, but I got it done. I got their fan cleaned up. It definitely wasn't as bad as the girls' fan because I have cleaned theirs pretty recently. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it today. That way I know I did all of the kids' bedrooms at the same time. So when I notice one, I'll just clean all of them the next time as well. We are at the end of today's video. Once again, I want to thank you so much for being here and spending your time with me. I truly appreciate you. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. If you're new and you're not subscribed yet, I would love for you to hit that red subscribe button, join my YouTube family. I do upload cleaning motivation weekly, and I would love to have you here. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye! Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing some decluttering of my clothes. We're also going to be tackling, of course, messes around the house, laundry, deep cleaning, tons to get into today. I'm really excited for today's video. We're going to be doing a little heart-to-heart chat. Just talk about some things that have been on my heart and things that I think will help motivate you guys. So I hope y'all are ready for it. Grab your favorite drink of choice, sit back, relax, and get some motivation to tackle something later in your day, or go ahead and put me on your TV or tablet and clean along with me. I promise by the end of this video, you guys are going to be super motivated to tackle something, or you will be up and moving with me. Good morning, friends. I hope your day is starting off amazing. Today I have a lot to get done, starting off with decluttering my clothes. We have a neighborhood garage sale coming up in like 2 weeks, so I really want to go through my things, declutter my wardrobe, get rid of some stuff, make room for new pieces. I have been loving thrifting recently, so I just want to make sure that if there's anything I don't love, I get rid of it so I can make room for some new things. So we're going to be decluttering. I also have lots of cleaning to get done like usual. My house is pretty messy, so I hope you guys are ready. Also, let's just take a moment to look at my cute Halloween nails. Halloween is tomorrow. I've been meaning to put these on for quite some time, so I got them on just in time. I'm feeling so festive. Something I didn't realize about those nails were that they actually glowed in the dark. My middle fingernail with the ghost on it, they glowed at night, which I thought was so cool. I had no idea, so those nails are super fun. I still have them on. I'm hoping they're gonna last at least 2 weeks. I kind of wish I would have put them on a little bit sooner because obviously Halloween is over now, but I still love them and gonna keep rocking my Halloween nails. And if you guys notice, I sound a little different today. I'm feeling a little under the weather. Adrian has been staying home sick for the last couple days, and I seem to have caught whatever she has. It's nothing too major, just kind of a sore throat. Stomach doesn't really feel too good, but we do have body aches. So I just started today not feeling well. Thankfully, no body aches, but my throat is definitely bothering me. So I have been drinking my oregano tea, like I mentioned to y'all, to help combat the sickness. So hopefully it kicks in really soon and I start to feel better, but I do just feel like I sound a little bit different than usual. But I really hope you guys are staying healthy. And as you can see, we're starting off in my room. We are about to get to decluttering my stuff. that my room is a little bit more tidy, I'm gonna go ahead and go through some of this stuff. I don't think I'm gonna pull everything out just because I recently did that. If you guys missed that video, I will link it in the cards for y'all. But typically when I'm doing a declutter, I pull everything out, but I'm really not planning on getting rid of that many things. I'm just gonna take out the ones that I'm pretty sure I wanna get rid of. I am so thankful that our neighborhood does these garage sales in the fall and as well in the springtime, because it really does give me that motivation to go through everything, declutter, get rid of things that I no longer want or need. So I definitely recommend, even if you don't have like a neighborhood garage sale, I definitely recommend put on your own garage sale. If you live somewhere where, you know, people are often driving through near your neighborhood, I definitely think it's a great idea, and it gives you a little bit more motivation to go through your things when you have that intention and that plan to hold a little garage sale. So I definitely encourage you guys, especially with the changing of the seasons, it's a great time to go through your things and see what you haven't worn in a while. My rule of thumb is if I haven't worn it in a year, then I probably just need to get rid of it. Especially if it's seasonal things, you know, sometimes it's hard because, you know, your summer clothes you don't really wear in the winter. So I like to go through it seasonally. That way I can see like, okay, I just, you know, went through my summer clothes. Did I wear this over the summer? And if I haven't, then it's probably time to get rid of it because it's just taking up space. And especially if you like swapping out your wardrobe and getting new pieces, it just makes more room for your new things, and you can help out someone else by either donating those items or having a garage sale and selling them for so much cheaper. So I like to remind myself that even though I'm getting rid of it, it is helping out someone else. We are now moving on to my dresser, which really needed some attention. I had gotten a bit lazy in my pajama drawer and was just kind of throwing stuff in here. So I really need to go through this, try to declutter a little bit, but definitely reorganize it. So a funny story, I ordered a bunch of stuff from Victoria's Secret, probably, I'd say it's probably been about 6 months now, but I ordered a bunch of stuff and it had said that it had been delivered and I never received it. So I waited the allotted amount of time. I believe it was like 3 days or something like that before contacting customer service. And I let them know that, you know, my stuff said it was delivered, but I never received it. So she graciously reordered everything for me free of charge. Well, my original shipment ended up showing up 2 days after I had spoke with customer service, and then literally the day after that I got the second shipment. So I have double of a lot of things, like those tank tops I just put into this little bin. I have double of all of them. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of the doubles, give them away in my garage sale because I don't need them. I do love them, don't get me wrong, but I just don't need that many of them and it's taking up too much space. So I will be parting ways with those, but y'all, I really do not like the way this dresser is set up. I find I can't fit that many things in here, which is why I have the little bins, because I find, you know, I can fold it, you know, more organized and store a little bit more like that versus just like stacking it on top in here. It just gets messy really fast. I don't really like this setup. I wish I would have, you know, thought about that before we purchased it, but the bins are working a little bit better. I just need to get rid of some things. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was something that kind of stemmed off of a comment that I received on, I believe it was my last YouTube video. I had mentioned, if you guys have any ideas of what you want to see from me, any different types of videos, leave me a comment. And someone left a comment saying that they would love to see what I do on those days when I'm just not productive, the in-between times, the downtime, which I thought was such an awesome idea. I would definitely love to share a video like that just on those days when I'm not motivated and what I do on my downtime. So if y'all want to see that, let me know down in the comments. But whenever I got that comment, it just made me think, like, you guys always see me when I'm at my best, when I'm feeling really productive, when I'm getting so many things done, which you guys, this is not the cleaning that I would typically do in a day if it wasn't for YouTube and me filming, because this is hours upon hours of cleaning. For me to create one video, it's typically 5 to 7 hours of cleaning, and the footage usually only ends up being like maybe 2 hours, and then once I edit it, it's down to like 30 to 40 minutes. It's just crazy how long it takes to get a cleaning video out of it. So I just want you to know that if you ever see my videos and you think like, oh my goodness, how does she get so much done in a day? And how does she do this every day? You guys, I don't clean this much every single day. This is for YouTube to help motivate you guys. Of course, I love cleaning my house and I love having a clean house. It's just this much deep cleaning is not typical. It wouldn't be like my typical everyday cleaning. And I just want to be really transparent because I know social media, YouTube, you get this like persona or this image in your head of like what you should be doing, or maybe you're not doing enough. And I never want you guys to feel that way. I want you to know the truth, the reality behind it. As much as I love being super productive and putting these videos together for you guys, I just want you to know that this much cleaning in one day is a lot, especially if you have little ones running around. Ethan all the time is stopping me because he wants to play or he's bored. So just know that if you feel like you're not getting enough done, you are doing enough. Do what you can with the time you are given. The messes will be there whenever you're done doing whatever else you need to do. I can assure you of that. So make sure you give yourself some grace and do what you can with the time you're given. And I've really been trying to implement that into my life as well. Like I said, these videos are very time consuming, and as much as I love it and it is my hobby, I am trying to find the perfect balance between making sure I'm really present for Ethan. He is now 4 years old, and this is the last year he's going to be home with me full time. Next year he will be starting preschool, so I too am trying to find the balance of making sure that I'm, taking care of my home and doing all of my chores, cooking for my family, but also making sure that I'm being present for them and really spending quality time, because you guys, time is the one thing we cannot get back, and it is so precious. So I encourage you to make sure that you are giving yourself the time you need, the downtime that you need, as well as your family good quality time with you and giving them your full attention, because I know being a mom is a lot. We are juggling so many things all of the time. So I just want you to know you are doing amazing, and don't ever feel like you have to keep up with the Joneses. We are all in different phases of our lives, and we have to be kind with ourselves. But I just wanted to let you guys know like where I stand on all of that. And I just wanted you guys to know that my house is not perfect all the time. It's not clean all the time. You guys know I'm a busy mom of 4. My house is always messy somewhere. It's like one area will look great, I'll get done, and then I'll turn around and be like, oh my gosh, how is this destroyed? It's never ending. but we are now finishing up in the bathroom. I just had a lot of clutter all over the countertops. I really wanted to get everything wiped down and cleaned up again. And I did take everything that I decluttered and brought it into the garage. I'm just storing it in there until we have the garage sale, which is going to be in about a week now. So it's almost time. I've really been trying to hustle and get through the house and try to just minimize as much as I can. Now it's time to tackle some of this laundry. I don't know how, but our room always seems to get the hugest laundry piles. I feel like I do our laundry all the time, but somehow it's always overflowing. So we're going to go ahead, get in here, get another load going. I went ahead and turned on the dryer for like a refresh cycle because, of course, I had laundry sitting in the dryer. So I wanted to get the wrinkles out before I started folding it. And on this day, it was so chilly, you guys. We have gotten a huge cold front. We went from like 70s and 80-degree weather down to 30s. It was so cold in the house. That's why I have my big sweater on. I was turning on the fireplace. I was so cold. I am not used to this cold of weather. So got my fire going, and it's no wonder we're sick because we had about 4 days of the cold front and now we're back up into the 70s and 80s. And oh my goodness, I'm like, no wonder we're all getting sick. Adrian's sick, I'm sick. My husband has been suffering from allergies, which I'm sure the big cold front and the weather changing has not helped. But I really appreciate you guys leaving me some comments on like what y'all use for your allergies and what works. My husband did try Allegra and he thought it was working, but now it's been over a week of him taking it and he says it just doesn't feel like it's doing anything. So we're going to try something else. I'm thinking about trying the Zyrtec D, I believe it was. I heard a lot of people recommending that one, so we might be picking that one up next. But I really hope this weather stops going up and down and picks a temperature. Going to quickly put away all of the clothes, which is usually the thing that I put off and end up leaving like mounds of laundry sitting on the couch. But today I was like, you know what? I'm going to go put it away right now. That way it doesn't sit on the couch and leave clutter. So we're gonna head upstairs, and of course whenever I went to go put away the clothes, I realized that the kids' bathroom was looking just a little bit messy with toothpaste, of course. So since I was in here, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a really quick wipe down before we head back downstairs and start tackling the rest of the mess down there. My focus today was really to get the downstairs tidied up because the video before this one, if you guys watched it, it was me cleaning the whole upstairs and doing like a really deep clean in all of my kids' bedrooms. If you missed it, I will link it up in the cards for you guys. It was a really motivating one. But since I spent so much time focusing on upstairs, my downstairs was, of course, messy. So that was the focus for today's video. I just want to give the biggest shout out to you guys for all your amazing comments that you leave me and just the community that we're building. Honestly, it is so special and so rewarding. Every time I read y'all's comments, it really does warm my heart. And it's funny how you just forget about some of the little things, like, you know, I had mentioned that the kids were pretty much soaking the rug in the bathroom, and I had so many of you guys say like, oh, just tell them to hang it over the side of the bathtub so it will dry. And you guys, it's so funny because we used to do that when I was a kid and I completely forgot about it. So it's just so weird how, you know, just little things like that, like you forget about. And then I have you guys here to give me such amazing suggestions and, you know, little reminders of little things that I can do. So I just hope you know that I really do appreciate it and I love reading them. Don't ever feel like you're like a burden or you're being pushy or anything. I truly do appreciate any helpful comments. So I hope you guys know I really do love you guys and this community. But as you can see, we went back downstairs and we are tackling my basket of socks because I hate sorting socks. You guys know this. I loathe it. I sometimes make the kids do it because I just don't like doing it. But today we're going to tackle it because my basket is almost full. And we use this basket a lot and it wasn't really holding that many items in it anymore because it was so full of socks. So I put a lot together. I mean, obviously I didn't do all of them, but I felt really good about the dent that I put in it. Now it's time to clean up the living room. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad in here. I just want it to vacuum. I really do try to make a point to vacuum at least once a day because I have 2 dogs and a cat if you're new here. And thankfully, my new puppy, her name is Stella. She's a Cavapoo. She doesn't really shed, so I don't have to worry about the hair from her. But my pug, Yoda, he sheds a lot, and so does my cat, Jinxie. So I always try to vacuum at least once a day just to keep up with the hair. The kids have been loving the cooler weather, but with the cooler weather did come a lot of rain. So the kids' shoes were so muddy. I had them take them off right at the back door the night before. So I had tons of shoes that I needed to put away. And then we're going to go ahead and just tidy up my dining room area and tackle the kitchen. I actually went the other day and got a few more decorations for fall. I am going to be redoing my coffee bar area, which I'm really excited to be doing. I also got some stuff to decorate either the back porch or the front porch. I haven't quite decided which one I'm going to do yet, but I am excited to do a little bit more decorating. I'm not ready for Christmas decor yet. I usually wait until after Thanksgiving to start decorating. I know last year I got really excited and I think I decorated like a day or two before Thanksgiving. But I'd love to know, when do you guys typically start decorating for Christmas? I really love Christmas decor, and if my husband would let me, I would probably decorate a lot sooner, but he is very adamant on enjoying each holiday, which I understand, and it's fine. I usually keep my Christmas decorations up until after the new year just to kind of enjoy them a little bit longer, but I'd love to know, what do you guys typically do for Christmas decor? If you guys remember, I spray painted these chairs for a second time. Probably, it's been about maybe 5 or 6 months now, but as you can tell, it is already starting to chip away and the blue underneath is starting to show. So I might have to pick up some spray paint here in the near future and redo those chairs. And I definitely think next time I'm going to leave my chairs outside a little bit longer before I spray paint them, because I had an issue with a lot of cracking. And a lot of y'all said it probably was from like the cool temperature, because I had my spray paint in the garage and it was hot. And then I had my chairs that came from inside and they were really cold. So I think when I brought them outside, just the big temperature change between the chair and the spray paint, it ended up cracking really bad. So I was not surprised that the spray paint didn't last long, because yeah, I could just tell as soon as it started drying, I was like, yeah, this isn't looking so good. So it's already that time to spray paint them again. Also, I almost forgot to ask you guys, how was your Halloween? Did you guys have fun? Did you end up taking your kids trick-or-treating, or did you stay back and pass out candy? We had a really fun night. The kids had a blast. My daughter Aubrey, she dressed up as Karen from Mean Girls, and her two friends dressed up as the other two girls, and they met up with us in our neighborhood and we went trick-or-treating all together. So my daughter had a blast, but y'all, with the cold front being here, it was so cold. My poor kids. I did have them bundle up. We put like extra clothes underneath their costumes, but all of the kids, they were like, I can't feel my fingers. It's so cold. So I felt really bad because it was really cold, but they had fun. They got lots of candy. This year, I was a little surprised though. There was a lot of houses that weren't handing out candy. I don't know if it was just because, maybe they were out trick-or-treating, or, inflation is really bad right now. But the kids were, kind of like, oh my gosh, like it was probably like one house, they would have candy, and then we would have to pass like 3 to 5 houses before we would get to another one that had candy, which is not typical. Like last year, I felt like there was a lot more people handing out candy, but Either way, the kids had a blast and they got tons of candy and we had fun. A lot of our neighbors were passing out like adult treats. They had like the Jello shots, which I think is so fun. I definitely want to be that house. Like when we aren't trick-or-treating anymore, my kids are older, that's going to be me. Like I already told my husband my dream, because I love Halloween. I love decorating for it. My dream is to have the whole garage decked out as like a haunted mansion or like a haunted maze, and just have it so much, like just be so much fun. I want to be the house where people are like, oh my gosh, we have to go see their house every Halloween because they know we go all out. Like, that's what I want. So that's my goal for when I'm older. And I definitely want to do the adult like Jello shots too, because I think that's so fun and so cool. But I'd love to hear how your Halloween was. Also, an update of what's been going on. You guys know that my son Austin, he has been playing flag football, and I can't believe it, but they are already done for the season, which was very shocking to me. I don't know why they did it like this, but it was supposed to be 6 weeks long, and they ended up cramming the games into like 3 weeks. It was insane. We ended up having 2 games for 2 weeks, and then the last week they had 3 games crammed in there. So the season ended really fast for him, which I was really upset about because he was having so much fun. He was really enjoying like going to practice and the games, and then for them to just like cram it all into like a couple weeks was very disappointing. So a little bummed out about that. This is the first time we've ever went through the Boys and Girls Club here, so I don't know if we're going to go through them again, just because that was really disappointing and it felt very rushed. So football is done for us, which is, you know, it's nice because I don't have to like stress about like cooking dinner early and stuff like that, but it's also sad because I know he was having so much fun. y'all know I love my yellow Windex for cleaning all of the stainless steel. I feel like it leaves it so nice and shiny clean, but I've actually been playing around with that new, I guess you call it like a recipe for the cleaning product. So you guys saw me make the Dawn Power Wash using some dish soap, some rubbing alcohol or, regular alcohol with water, and that works great. So I've also tried mixing just rubbing alcohol with water, and I've been using that on my stainless steel, and that works great too. So if you guys are looking for a super affordable cleaner, try just rubbing alcohol and water. You can do, I've seen like equal parts water to alcohol, but you can do a little bit less because it is very strong smelling. So I like to add in some essential oils just to kind of help it out. But I really enjoy the scent, and I love the way that it's been cleaning for me, and it's so affordable. So definitely give it a try if you're looking for a good stainless steel cleaner. I've also started using it on my mirrors and glass, and it works really good on that as well. A break in today's cleaning motivation to share with y'all my weekly grocery haul, since you guys enjoy seeing these every once in a while. So I did shop from H-E-B and then Sam's Club. We are trying to stay on a budget of $2.50 per week for our family of 6. I did grab some extra things this week, so I want to can some beans. So I got these bigger jars because all I had were small ones. So I'm excited to get started on that. And then I got that from H-E-B. I'm gonna start with H-E-B. I picked up some turkey hot dogs. My kids love turkey hot dogs. Got some little baby carrots so we can snack on those and pack them for the kids for school. This week I wanted to do a side of asparagus with dinner. I got my favorite Baby Bella mushrooms. I love to put these in my eggs for breakfast. 2 things of, oh, I'm just realizing this is called Poppy. I thought these were the Ollipops, or maybe I think they grabbed me the wrong drink. I ordered Ollipops, but I've never tried Poppy, so we're gonna see what those taste like. This is in the flavor, it should be like, I got cherry vanilla, but I don't know what this is. I have no idea. I'll let you guys know. 2 things of my half and half for my coffee. I got some of the almond and cashew protein milk for the kids. We have a little bit of cereal left over from last week, and I also got some cream of wheat for Adrienne. She's been wanting that, so we're gonna use this milk to add some protein into it. 2 bunches of bananas. Of course, a big thing of eggs. We are gonna be making some barbecue chicken this week, so I got my favorite Baby Ray's no sugar added barbecue sauce. Got the cream of wheat. We haven't had that in a while. The kids really love eating that for breakfast. I got some active dry yeast. I do plan on doing some baking this week. Want to use my sourdough, but this is just, just in case I need a little bit extra. I got 4 pounds of the grass-fed ground beef. We plan on making meatloaf this week, as well as some other recipes, so I needed lots of ground beef. I got 2 things of the strawberry kefir. I'm gonna be giving this to the kids and myself to make sure we are looking out for our gut health. I have the roasted garlic hummus to go with our carrots. I haven't been using OxiClean in my laundry, but I needed something extra since I am using all natural detergent. So gonna give this one a try. I looked it up and it has a little bit better rating than some of the other additives. I think this was rated a B, if I'm not mistaken, on the EWG website. So I'm gonna be adding this into my laundry. My husband wanted steak this week, so I did pick up a ribeye steak for him. We're gonna do barbecue chicken that night just because we're not like the biggest fans of steak and it's super expensive, $12 just for one, so that will be for him. I got a thing of strawberries, some sweet potatoes as a side this week. We love doing sweet potatoes with some brown sugar or marshmallows, which is why I did pick up another thing of marshmallows, some more cooking spray, got some rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna be adding this into my spray bottle to make a homemade cleaner. The kids some more fluoride-free toothpaste, and a thing of buns. We are gonna have hamburgers this week. We have tons of patties left over from Sam's Club, so we're gonna be making that. Little potatoes. I'm gonna do the asparagus and little potatoes cooked together as a side. I got 4 things of bread. You guys know I store most of it in the freezer and pull it out as needed. And Texas toast as a side. We are gonna have some spaghetti this week, and we love having Texas toast with it. So that's everything that I got from HEB. I'll put the total on the screen. And now I'm gonna show you guys what I got from Sam's Club. I got a big thing of diced tomatoes. We use tomatoes a lot, so it's just way cheaper to get it from Sam's Club. I got a big thing of corn on the cob as a side. The kids love eating corn like this, so I got a big thing. The kids love these wafers to go for a snack for school, so I got that. Got 2 things of these Sweet Tango apples. We really love these, they're so good. Of course, the Jack's Pizza, that way we have an easy go-to dinner for the week. I also got some kiwi. We need some vitamin C, we're all getting sick in the house, so picked up a big thing of that. If you guys didn't know, kiwis have tons of vitamin C, actually more than an orange, so we're gonna be eating those this week. I got some Fairlife protein shakes. These are so good, and I wanna make some ice cream for the Ninja Creamy for me. That way I have something sweet, but nothing too high in sugar and bad for me. I got a big thing of the Go-Go Squeeze. The kids love these. And then as a side, I got some waffle fries. We haven't had these in a really long time, so thought I would give these a try in the air fryer. And then the last 2 things I picked up was a case of water. And then the kids have been wanting a drink, so I got them the sparkling ice. They were on sale this week. So I picked those up, and I will put the total for everything that I bought at Sam's Club on the screen as well. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a super motivating one. We are not only tackling tons of messes in my house, but we are also tackling my highly requested mom car. So we are going to be cleaning my disgusting, messy car. It was much needed, and tons of deep cleaning in the house as well. So I hope you guys are ready for this one. I'm really excited to share it with y'all. If you are new here, I am a stay-at-home mom to 4. I have 2 girls and 2 boys, and on my channel, I love sharing your everyday messes. I do tons of decluttering, organizing, everyday cleaning, you name it, you will find it on my channel. So if you enjoy motivating cleaning content with a relatable mama, then I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and stick around. I do upload 1 to 2 videos every single week, and I would love to have you here. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into all of this cleaning motivation. So put me on your tablet, get up and start cleaning, or grab your favorite drink of choice and sit back and relax and get some motivation to tackle your messes later today. I was so excited to turn my fireplace on this day. We had gotten a really big cold front, so the weather was finally cold and I could turn my fireplace on, which the kids at first, they were like, "Mom, what is that smell?" Because the heater had kicked on for the first time this season and the fireplace, so you know that smell when it first comes on. My kids are like, "What's burning?" But it's so nice. I love setting the tone for the day, especially when I know I'm going to be doing tons of cleaning. I love to light a candle or put a good scent in my diffuser, put some music on or an audiobook, and it really gets me in the zone to get some cleaning done. Or put on a YouTube video. I also enjoy putting some cleaning content on. It really does motivate you. So I'm really excited that you guys decided to spend your time with me today. I know there are so many amazing content creators out there, so I'm so grateful that you chose to spend your time with me today, and it does not go unnoticed. I hope you guys know I am so grateful for each and every one of y'all. But as you can see, we're starting off in my dining room area. This is my dining room nook. It just really needed some attention. The table was really gross, so we're gonna go ahead, get it cleaned up, get the floor tidied up. Today on my to-do list, it was mopping. I really needed to get some mopping done. So I wanted to get everything cleaned up in all of the areas before, of course, mopping. So I'm shaking out the rug, picking up the clutter off of the floors, and vacuuming before I pull out the mop. As you guys saw in the preview clip, my kitchen was also a complete disaster, so we're going to be tackling that as well before we start mopping. I also needed to shampoo the rug in the living room again, so we're going to be tackling that. There is one spot on my rug, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if the kids got some sort of hard candy on it, but I have now shampooed my rug 2 different times, and that spot is still really rough. I don't see anything. I just feel it when I walk on it, and it's driving me insane. So if you guys have any tips how to get, I don't even know, crusties out of the carpet, I don't even know what it is, but if you have any ideas, let me know because it's seriously driving me crazy. Since I was doing some deeper cleaning today, I also decided to pull the chairs away from this little wall and wipe it down because this is oftentimes where the kids sit and eat, and there's so many food crumbs and splatters all over this wall all of the time. So I do try to make a point to wipe down this wall as often as I can. So I'm just going in with my homemade mixture of water and rubbing alcohol. I have mentioned before that I started making this combo and I really enjoy it. I don't mind the scent. I actually like the scent of rubbing alcohol. I don't make it too strong because I know the fumes aren't that great to breathe in either. So I do like my homemade mixture. I'm adding in some essential oil drops into it as well. And I've been trying it out on stainless steel, on glass, and it is working so good. So if you guys are looking for a DIY affordable cleaner, definitely give water and rubbing alcohol a try. I am very pleased with how it cleans. Also, in case you guys are wondering why my son looks like a gecko, that is because I'm recording this a day after Halloween. So he was putting on his little costume and then taking it off. He loves that costume. He wore it probably for a good 3 or 4 days after Halloween. He would not take it off, but it ended up ripping pretty bad. So we had to put it away, but we definitely got our money's worth out of that costume. I'm also wiping down this back door. I cleaned the glass on it. This door often gets pretty dirty between all the little fingerprints, and then also I do have 2 dogs. So if you're new here, I have a Cavapoo, that's Stella. She's right there on the side of me. And then I also have a pug named Yoda, and they're always in and out and rubbing their little noses on the bottom of the door. So I often have to clean up little nose marks as well. Adrian, my second oldest daughter, turned 11 November 1st, so I was actually filming on her birthday this day. I went and picked her up some cupcakes and a cookie cake, and we were going to be doing just a little celebration this night, and then we're going to have her party over the weekend. So the next video you guys see, I'm pretty sure is going to be me cleaning up after her little party. So be on the lookout for that video. It should be coming up next, if not the next one after that. But we had a fun little home party. We were planning on going to Synergy, which is like they have a cinema, an arcade and stuff. We were planning on doing that as well, but Adrienne got sick the day after her birthday, and then she gave it to me. So then I was sick over the weekend. Not too bad, just like a really sore throat and kind of body aches, just felt run down. So we didn't want to go to Synergy and spread our cooties. And then on top of it, such bad luck. My husband went to just do a regular, morning stretch his arms out, and he ended up pulling his neck muscle. He was in so much pain. I felt so bad for him. We ended up taking him to urgent care 2 days after he pulled it because he was not getting any relief, and come to find out, they think it was a pinched nerve. So they got him some medicine, and thankfully he's feeling a bit better, but we didn't end up going to Synergy because the sickness and the pulled muscles and everything. So we are now going to do the Synergy part of her birthday this next weekend coming up. So we're going to have a very eventful weekend. We have our community garage sale coming up this weekend. We're going to have Adrienne's birthday celebration, and on top of all of that, I mentioned that my son Austin, he was doing flag football, and then they ended up cramming all his games into a couple weeks. Well, the coach just informed us, actually yesterday, as of when I'm recording this voiceover, that they got into the playoff games. So they started back up with practice on Tuesday and Thursday. And this Saturday, we also are going to have a football game. So I'm not sure if it's just for this week or if like the playoffs last longer than this. I'm not sure, but I was a bit surprised to be told we're going back to football. So Austin was excited, and that's the most important part. But, it's just crazy mom schedule. You never know what's going to pop up. It stinks because I was planning on doing the garage sale. So I think my husband is going to take Austin to his football game, and then I'll stay back home and do the garage sale just because I have so many things in my garage, and I was really excited to do the garage sale. So I feel bad I'm going to miss Austin's game, but I'm like, man, I already signed up for it. And so I feel bad, but Austin definitely understands, and I will be there in spirit. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what is it in cleaning videos that really get you up and motivated. You guys know I make these videos for y'all, and I just love picking y'all's brains and seeing like, what is it that you really enjoy? Do you enjoy the deeper cleaning, the stuff that you don't typically do that you need more motivation to do, like shampooing or cleaning those areas that are often forgotten, like underneath your refrigerator, behind the washer and dryer, stuff like that? Or do you prefer seeing just your regular old everyday messes, doing the laundry, the dishes, the mopping? I'd love to know what it is that you like to see, or do you even have a preference? Do you just enjoy seeing any sort of cleaning? It doesn't matter. I'd love to know, because obviously I want to make my videos better for you guys and make them more of what you want to see. So I'd really appreciate you guys to leave me a comment and let me know what is your favorite thing to see in a cleaning video. Just in case you guys haven't heard the little hack for cleaning your microwave, which I do use if I have really big messes inside of there, and it's just taking a measuring cup or any sort of cup that is microwave safe. You fill it up with a cup of water and you microwave it for 5 minutes, and that steam will help break up any sort of grime on the inside of your microwave. You can also put half a lemon in there, some essential oil if you want to get, fancy. So once you microwave it, you take it out and you can easily wipe it down clean. That is if you have, you know, like major stuck on grime in there. Today, I really didn't have anything crazy, so I just wiped it down with my homemade mixture and it was ready to go. I also had a tough spot on my stovetop, if you guys saw, so I went ahead and put some of my pink stuff on there and I let it set and harden. And once it was nice and hard, it was so easy to wipe it off. It took that stuck on grime right off. I really do love the pink stuff. If you guys haven't tried it, I definitely recommend it. It's great for on top of your stovetop or any sort of mess that is really hard to get off. It works great on. You just rub it on there, let it harden, and then wipe it off. It's amazing. My kids do the dishes as part of their chores, but today I knew I wanted to clean out my dishwasher filter. That was on my list of things I wanted to do whenever I filmed my kitchen deep clean. If you guys missed that, I will link it up in the cards for y'all. That was a really good one, but I didn't get around to cleaning out the dishwasher filter. So today I wanted to tackle that. And if you guys have never done this, I know it can seem like a little intimidating at first and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to mess anything up, but it's honestly so simple. You just look for your filter in there. Sometimes you have to pull off the center spinny thing, which you can just lift it up and it'll come right off. But oftentimes you can just go right in there, find the filter, turn it counterclockwise, it'll come out. You clean it with some warm soapy water and then you can simply put it right back in, turn it clockwise, and you're ready to go. I did have a lot of stuff at the bottom of the dishwasher, so I'm just cleaning it up before I put the filter back in there. I don't think you guys can really tell by this angle, but my dishwasher is a little tilted down. At least the door seems to be a little tilted down, and that's because Austin, my 8-year-old, was putting away the dishes and he had slipped on some water on the floor and he ended up falling right on top of the dishwasher door. And I mean, he wiped out. And ever since then, I'm like, that door seems a little crooked. I mean, everything is working fine, so I'm assuming it's okay. But I was like, oh my goodness, thank goodness he was okay. Thank goodness the dishwasher wasn't broken. But after I made sure he was okay, we were all cracking up laughing because it was a pretty funny sight to see. Today I'm just going in with my Dawn Power Wash to clean the sink out. I did make a homemade DIY one, which I do keep upstairs in the kids' bathroom for cleaning. This one is actually the apple scent Dawn Power Wash, and if you guys have not tried it, oh my goodness, it smells so good. I'm obsessed with this scent. So I love spraying it in the sink and wiping it down. You guys know this. the cleaning of the sink is like the cherry on top for me. I love cleaning the sink after I get done cleaning the kitchen. It's the most satisfying thing for me, and I feel like it makes the kitchen smell really nice when you have a nice clean sink, no funky smells. But now we're gonna vacuum in here, and then it's gonna be time to finally pull out my O-Cedar mop and get some mopping done. I have been using my steam mop for the last few weeks, so I was like, you know what? Today I'm gonna pull out my O-Cedar mop. Not only do I love mopping with it, but also it makes the house smell so good when you get done mopping. Today I'm going to be using my Scentsy all-purpose concentrate. This is in the Johnny Appleseed scent. It smells so good. It's also an apple scent, which goes great with my Dawn Power Wash, and I have had this probably for about a year now. It has lasted me a really long time. A little bit really does go a long way. So if you guys love Scentsy products and you haven't tried their all-purpose spray or their concentrates, I definitely recommend it, because you only need to add a little bit into like your reusable bottle, and then you fill up the rest with water, and it leaves your house smelling so good. So I find it to be really affordable and stretches for a long time versus like, you know, buying the already pre-mixed sprays, because I feel like I go through those so fast. But when I buy the concentrates, it lasts forever. And no, I don't personally sell Scentsy, but if you guys want a good consultant, my sister does. So I can definitely get you her contact if you want to buy anything Scentsy. If y'all want a great way to get your steps in and get a workout, go ahead and mop your house, because every time I get done, I'm like, whoo, I worked up a sweat. That is one thing where I get done and I'm like, man, my arms are working, I'm out of breath, but it feels really good at the same time. Of course, as soon as I got done mopping, Ethan was ready to ride his bike all over my nice clean floors. They didn't even fully dry yet. He was like, Mom, look how clean my wheels are. And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Kids, they're too funny. But I went ahead and went into the bathroom to dump out all my dirty water. And when I was in there, I was like, you know what? I need to change this light bulb and just give the bathroom a really quick wipe down. It was a little dirty, not too bad. So I am using my Jaws cleaner in the bathroom. I still love my Jaws products. I tried out, I think, pretty much all of the ones that they offer. I got like the big caddy set, and I love all of them. They work great. They have a very nice subtle scent, so if you don't like really strong cleaners, this is definitely the product for you. And you guys know I am, transitioning to more all natural products, just better for my skin, for all of us breathing it in. So Jaws is a great one to go with. Just thought I would share a bit of encouragement in case you might be struggling to get up and get motivated to get things done, or maybe you're having a really tough day and you're just feeling down about whatever might be going on. I just want to be a place where you can come and feel uplifted and inspired. And I just want you to know that if today is a hard day and you can only get one thing done off of your to-do list, don't beat yourself up. Your speed doesn't matter as long as you're moving forward, you're making progress, and we are allowed to have rough days, to have downtime, to focus on ourselves. If we are feeling empty, then we cannot fill anyone else's cup until we fill our own. So take the time if you need it. If you just need to sit back and watch others clean, then do that. If you need to go take a bubble bath and do nothing, do that too. Do whatever is best for you in your mental state, because the mess will be there. It will wait for you, I promise. And there's always a new day. I feel like nowadays it's all about go, 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 do as much as you can, be as productive as possible. And, you'll sleep when you die. And as much as I love that go get 'em attitude, there's also a time for rest. There's seasons for everything. Just like the seasons of the year, there's a time for planting and growing, but there's also the season of rest and leaves falling. So embrace whatever season you might be in that day and give yourself some grace. I have been requested to make a video about what I do on my downtime or my not so productive days. And I really love this idea because I know you guys see me, doing all the productive things all the time. And that is not my everyday. I mean, of course, there's little spurts of things that I must get done, like cooking and, dishes and stuff like that. But the super big cleaning is not something that I do every day. So I would love to make that video for you guys. I have to come up with what I would even title that. I have no idea, but I do love the idea. So I want to get that video in the works for y'all. But just know that I too have those days where I do nothing, and everyone around me knows it. They know, okay, mom needs a rest day, and the house will be falling apart. It'll be a hot mess, but that's okay. We all have those days where we just aren't feeling it, and that's fine. So I'm here to remind you and inspire you that if you're feeling it, let's get up and let's get moving. But also, if you're not feeling it, don't force yourself. If you do one or two things off of your to-do list and that's it, that's also okay as well. As you guys saw, I bagged up the Halloween costumes. They were all over the house, and prepped the floor so I could shampoo it again. I really was trying to get that hard, crusty spot off of the rug, but also I just like to do a good shampooing every once in a while because I do have, like I said, I have 2 dogs. I also have a cat and then 4 children. So a lot of little feet and paws are all over this rug all of the time. So I like to give it a good deep cleaning every once in a while. after I get done shampooing this rug, we are going to be heading outside. Ethan was so excited because I told him when I cleaned my car out, he could ride his bike right in the front yard with me. So he was so excited the whole time. He's like, Mom, are you almost done? Mom, are you almost done? And I kept telling him, I'm like, we have to wait because it was pretty chilly this day. So I was like, let's wait until the middle of the day when it's a little bit warmer outside, because I didn't want to freeze to death. And I know he would want to come inside if it was too cold. So by the time we went out there, it was feeling a bit warmer. So we were ready to clean the car and him have some fun outdoor time. But you guys know, I always keep it real on my channel. I'm not going to be embarrassed to show you guys what my house actually looks like, because I feel true transparency and being real is so important. And I want you to feel you're not alone. And life in our house can sometimes get pretty messy. Next, we're going to tackle my car. I have been requested to do it, and it is definitely your common mom car. The kids actually spilt this huge jug of water right over here. This jug right here was spilt all at the bottom of my car, and we were on our way to school, so I literally just grabbed some towels, threw it on the floor to soak it up, and that was yesterday. So it's starting to smell a little bit, so we got to get that cleaned up. But y'all, look at the mess. So gross. We're gonna get this vacuumed up, wiped down, and looking a little bit better. For a while, I was doing so good at keeping my car clean. I actually bought a membership for a car wash, and I would go there almost every single day after I would leave the gym. But as you guys know, Ethan did not like the daycare. He would throw fits, and so eventually I just stopped going to the gym outside of the home because he just didn't like it. So I stopped going to the car wash, and now my car gets super messy because I just canceled my membership. I was like, man, I never go. It's not really worth me spending $40 a month when I barely would go like once a month. So I canceled my membership, and yeah, now my car looks like this majority of the time. So I'm really trying to make an effort to get in here and at least pull the trash out at, once a week. That's the goal. So if your car looks like this, you're not alone. Don't feel bad, but we got this. Go ahead, grab a grocery bag and go get the trash out of your car. You will feel so much better. You guys, I felt like a weight lifted. Now when I get in my car, I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels so good. My car feels brand new again. It is the best feeling. Having a clean car is so nice. I did actually stop at the gas station a couple days after I finished cleaning it, and I picked up a new air freshener for my car, and it just feels so good. I love having a clean car, but man, was it a job. Like, it really took a long time to get everything wiped down and cleaned up. Thankfully, I have these liners in the car. These are amazing. If you guys don't have liners, you're missing out. It makes cleanup so much faster. Before, when I would try to vacuum the carpet, I would vacuum a million times and I couldn't get everything out of the carpet, especially if you have animals that go in your car too. It's so hard to vacuum the hair out of carpet. These liners make it so fast. You can vacuum up all of the crumbs, and then you just use your regular old car spray. You spray down the liners, wipe them, and they look brand new after you wipe them down, which you guys will see. I'm going to wipe mine down here in just a moment after I get done vacuuming, but I love them. And the ones that I have, I just bought mine off of Amazon. You can type in like your car, make and model, and you can find fairly affordable liners. It is an investment, but y'all, I think it is well worth the investment because it makes cleanup a whole lot faster than before. And while I was getting ready to like spray down my liners and get everything wiped out and cleaned, I realized that I ran out of my spray that's for like the console and stuff like that. I can't remember what it's called, but I ran out of it. So all I had left was my leather cleaner. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to use my leather cleaner because I really wanted to get this fully cleaned up, and it worked great. Like, I cleaned everything with the leather cleaner. Everything was so shiny and clean, but y'all, it was slippery. Like, after I picked the kids up from school, Austin like climbed in and he straight slipped on it and fell, and he was like, oh my gosh, it's so slippery. So it works really good at getting it clean, but it was a bit slippery afterwards. Then for cleaning the glass in the car, I'm using my Jaws glass cleaner again, and I knew that I needed to clean my windshield because I have been noticing for quite some time there was a thick film of grime on my windshield every time the sun was like rising or setting. When it's like shining really bright through the windshield, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so blurry. I could not even see, and that's because I had so much buildup on my windshield. So it was very much needed for me to thoroughly clean my car.
Wouldn't hold it against you if you say that you don't want to get close to me, close to what we used to be. But I just feel like dancing.
But oh my gosh, you guys, look at these liners. Like, they look brand new. They look like I just put them in my car. I am so happy with how everything ended up turning out. It was so worth the effort to get in here and wipe everything down. I still need to go through a car wash or pressure wash my car, one or the other, because the outside is still dirty, but the inside is looking fresh and clean.
Oh, baby. Feel like dancing. Are you feeling the groove? Oh, baby, won't you love me? Won't you love me? Won't you love me? Love me like yesterday. Don't you feel it? How it feels, baby. Won't you love me? Oh, but kind of new way. Oh, but kind of new. Tell me feeling it too, babe. And love me like yesterday. Oh, but kinda new. Tell me you're feeling it too. And love me like yesterday. Love me like yesterday. Yesterday.
That is all the trash that came out of my car. But oh my gosh, you guys, it looks so much better. It's dust free, and in the back has no crumbs, no clothes, no shoes. Feels amazing. But that's going to do it for today's video. If y'all enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. I'd love to have you here. I upload 1 to 2 videos every single week. But I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all are ready for a super motivating one. It is going to be a few days compiled into one, almost an hour long of cleaning motivation, and this one is not going to disappoint. We are going to be trying out 2 new products that I recently purchased that I'm really excited to share with y'all. I have been thinking about buying these for a while, so I'm excited to share my review, try them out, plus I am repairing my shampooer finally, and I finally get it working, so I'm super excited about that. We're going to be doing some party prep. We're going to be doing a grocery haul, deep cleaning, decluttering, organizing, all of the things. So I hope y'all are ready for it. If this is your first time, welcome. I'm a stay-at-home mama to 4. I have 2 girls and 2 boys, and on this channel, I love sharing your realistic, everyday messes, just your average mom trying to keep up with the chaos. So if you enjoy cleaning content, I'd love for you to subscribe and stick around. We are going to be starting off in the living room. I'm going to clear away just the few little dog toys that are on the floor, vacuum, and then we are going to be repairing my shampooer and finally shampooing again. I was so excited to finally fix this. I ended up having to order the belts online. I mentioned this before, but in case you guys missed it, I had looked onto the Bissell website because I do have the Bissell Pet Revolution Pro Heat Wave, I believe is what it's called. But I looked on the Bissell website and it was pretty cheap for the belts, but the shipping was more expensive than the belt. So I decided to look on Amazon, and thankfully they had an off-brand that worked for this make and model. I ordered it and they fit perfectly. It did take me a while to put the belts in though, I'm not gonna lie. It took a lot of taking it apart, putting it together until I figured out what I was doing wrong. And just in case you have the same problem and you have to change your belt out, a little tip is whenever you attach the belt onto the smaller side where the belt goes around these 2 scrub brushes, you wanna make sure you put them on track before putting them back onto these poles, because simply just putting the belt in the plastic and then sticking the poles back in did not work. It did not line the belt up correctly because I was following the video that was on the Bissell website and that's what she did, but that did not work for me. So if you have this problem too, make sure you put the belt onto your little spinner brushes before reattaching them onto the poles. I hope that made sense because it is a little confusing, especially trying to explain it. But we are going to be shampooing not only my rug because there was like hard crusted stuff on it. I don't know what it was, but I needed to shampoo it really bad. But then I thought, you know what, since I already have my shampooer out, I'm going to go ahead and use it on the stairs as well, because since we moved into this house over 2 years ago, I have not one time shampooed the stairs. So I was like, you know what, it's probably a good time to do that too, because we are constantly going up and down the stairs and I'm sure they are dirty, and you guys will see how gross that water was when I got done.
Drunk, I've never seen you clearer than now. We're flying high, floating somewhere up in the clouds.
So here is the shampooer that I'm using. You guys saw recently I took this apart and cleaned it completely, so it looks brand new again. And I'm so glad that you guys told me, you know, to check the belts and just replace it, because I was really close to just buying a new shampooer because I had no idea it was as simple as changing a belt out. So I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate this community. I love that this is a space that we can come to help one another, not only motivate, but also just encourage each other and teach each other new things that we might not know. It really is amazing. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you know that. But here's the clip where my shampooer just randomly stopped. It was working and then the belt stopped, and that was because it was off track. So once I got it back on track, it started working again.
Going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're the wheels that won't stop turning. So take me on a trip, now, trip. Oh, flick the
Trying to figure out what is going on with this shampooer. The back one is spinning but not the front, so I'm thinking it's the other belt that like connects the two together. So I'm gonna play around with it, see if I can fix it before trying to finish shampooing the rug.
Oh, wasted. City lights are shining so bright. All these empty faces, we don't care about them tonight. We're going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're the wheels that won't stop turning.
As y'all know, this weekend was my son's 4th birthday, the one who's sitting on the couch, Ethan. He turned 4, and because it was his birthday, we were planning on doing a fun, simple party at home. So later in this video, you will see me not only quickly wrap his presents, but we're gonna put his little banner up and get the table ready and all of that. And then at the very end, I'm going to show you guys what the house looked like after we were done having his party. It was a complete mess. So the next video you guys are going to see is going to be a huge after party cleanup. So be on the lookout for that. But his birthday was so good. We ended up going to Synergy and doing a movie, and we saw the Paw Patrol. It was a really cute movie. If you have little ones and you've been thinking about taking them, you should definitely do it. That movie was really cute, and it kept Ethan entertained the entire time, because usually when we go to the movies and we attempt to bring him, he's usually bored, not even halfway through and ready to leave. But Paw Patrol was so cute. He was fully engaged the entire time, so it definitely was a cute movie. We enjoyed it, and then afterwards we did some arcade games, and then we came home, had cake, and opened presents. He had such a good birthday, and I appreciate all you guys who told me happy birthday on Instagram or on my vlogging channel. Thank you so much. You definitely made us feel loved. Now I'm going to be tackling the stairs, but of course before I shampoo my stairs, I needed to vacuum them. The kids were cracking me up. They hate whenever I shampoo anything because the shampooer is pretty loud. So it was funny because my older kids literally just ran upstairs and closed their doors. Ethan was trying to watch TV, but every time I turned around, he was like covering his head with his hands because it was so loud. They seriously cracked me up. But we are going to shampoo these stairs, get them cleaned up. Thankfully, it didn't take them too long to dry because I was kind of worried like how long it would take. And of course, the kids are still going up and down the stairs a million times, but they seem to dry pretty quick.
I know we're acting stupid, we're being dumb, maybe just a little bit foolish, but I feel so young. Just go a little crazy and lose it. I don't care if we're dumb, it's the only way we know how to do it. Make me feel so young. I know we're
Since I was deep cleaning the stairs, I thought before I pull the shampooer out on them, I'm going to go ahead and just wipe down the baseboards, the railing, because we do get quite a bit of dust on here, and of course dog hair, cat hair, all the things. So I'm using my Aunt Fanny wood cleaner to wipe everything down and get it cleaned up before we shampoo.
I thought it would kill me. I thought it would kill me to fall again. But I hit the ground running. So I didn't feel a single thing. My mind was occupied. Man, I was on a high. I could run forever to get a minute, just a minute of your time. If this is what it's like, I could get used to late nights dancing my place. I could get used to long drives, cab rides, your place. I could get used.
I wanted to check in with you guys, see how has your week been going. Is there any new things going on in your life? I have actually had a pretty challenging week between football starting and just trying to get in the swing of the new routine. It's definitely a struggle. So if you guys are right there in the same boat, I feel you. It is definitely challenging just trying to figure out like how to juggle making sure you have dinner ready at dinner time and rushing kids to practice and homework, and it is a lot. So I hope you guys are hanging in there. You can do this. You got it. Somehow, some way, we always find a way to make all the things happen. And for me, one thing that has really been helping me is buying foods that are quick and easy to put together. That way we can make them quick and get out the door for football, because football starts for us at 6:30, the practices. So I literally have enough time to get the kids home. They don't get home until almost 4 o'clock. So we come home, we quickly do homework, and then I have to get dinner going right away to make sure we're ready to leave the house by 6 o'clock, because otherwise we will be late. So I definitely know it is a challenge, but you should look into some already prepared meals. Like I told you guys, I'm gonna share a grocery haul later in this video, and I have quite a few different items that I have bought this week that has really been game changing for me. So if you need some meal ideas, definitely stay tuned, watch that grocery haul. I also have a vlogging channel. I share tons of recipes and, you know, my daily life over there if you want some more ideas. But if y'all want me to share some recipes or like crock pot meals or anything like that on this channel, let me know down in the comments and I can try to throw those in every once in a while.
Just for the hell of it, and you put up with it, 'cause you let me to bits. Late nights dancing our place. I could get used
Shampooing the stairs was so satisfying, you guys. The carpet looked brand new when I got done. So if you have never done this before and you have carpeted stairs, definitely give this a try. Not only is it satisfying to see how dirty the water is when you get done, but also how clean and fluffy your carpet looks when you are finished. What is some of y'all's family traditions in the fall time? For us, we always go to the pumpkin patch, and this weekend I think we're gonna be going. I have been mentioning it to my husband, and I think this weekend is gonna be perfect. I wanted to go last weekend, but since we had Ethan's birthday party, it was just too much to squeeze into one weekend. But I'm thinking this weekend would be perfect. We are finally getting some cooler weather, and this weekend it's supposed to be in the mid-70s for us, and I am so excited about it because we have been getting cooler mornings and cooler nights, but during the day it's still been in the 90s, so it really hasn't cooled down that much. But starting this weekend, we are supposed to be getting 70-degree weather, and I am all about it. I'm so excited. So I will definitely let you guys know if I go to the pumpkin patch. I definitely am going to share it on my Instagram if you guys want to see that, but I am ready for it. I also ordered this new like one-piece romper. It has pants, and I don't know what it is. The rompers have just been catching my eye. I ordered a shorts one, and now I have a pants one, and I've been tying like a flannel around my waist, and I just think they're the cutest. They're so simple, so easy to throw on, and you look put together and comfortable. I mean, you just can't beat it. So you guys should definitely look into rompers. They are so comfortable.
Let's drink up, your death look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you want it. Come on, give me something. The night is young and so are we. So maybe you should leave with me.
I'm now going around and gathering some laundry. As you can see, I am pretty behind. I got to get some of this going. And of course, I already had some sitting in the dryer, so I'm gonna throw those onto a refresh cycle and go into my bedroom and just tidy it up a bit. It really wasn't too dirty, but it would buy me enough time to clean up my bedroom while it refreshed, and then we can fold that laundry that's been sitting in my dryer.
Are we, baby? The night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby. This could be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. The sunset's on fire, tell me you're
I have been looking into new comforter sets and like a new style. So I'm trying to decide what kind of comforter I want to go with. I've been looking at like that copper color. I want to do like cream with copper, or maybe like a cream and darker beige. Not brown, but somewhere in between like cream and brown. I don't know. I just can't decide. You guys know I'm the most indecisive person ever. So I keep looking online. I'm checking on Pinterest and I'm really trying to decide what color scheme I want to go with and what brand comforter I want to get. I do love mine and there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just ready for a change. We've been having this one now for over 2 years and I just been having the itch to change it out. I am quickly getting some white beans started. This night I made some white beans and rice with sausage in it. It's just a traditional like Louisiana dish that I used to have all the time when I was a kid. So I quickly was getting the beans started in the Instapot, which the Instapot is game changing. If you guys have never made beans inside of it, you are missing out. It is amazing. You don't have to really soak your beans. You can just put them directly into the Instapot and 30 minutes on high pressure cook, and then you want to let it sit without releasing the steam for 20 minutes and then your beans are perfect. Definitely give that a try if you haven't, but I have been loving beans recently. We had white beans this week and then a few days later I made some black beans and I plan on freezing a lot of them. That way I have beans on hand for future recipes and I don't have to buy like the canned beans at the store because they're starting to get expensive. So I'm gonna take the time to bulk cook my beans and then store them in the freezer. That way we, don't have to keep buying expensive canned beans. And as I was folding clothes, we got a package in the mail from Walmart. I was so excited. We got my new steamer. I mentioned before that my steamer was cracked and it was just making me nervous every time I used it. I was scared, like, is the pressure going to explode? It was just making me nervous. So I decided to order the Bissell cleaner because I've heard really good things about it and it's super affordable. I want to say I got it for like $36 at Walmart. I'll be sure to leave the link down in my description, but it was really affordable and it works great. And I thought the first place I wanted to try it out was inside of my oven. I have seen people use it in the oven, but I personally have never tried a steamer in the oven. And I have this tough stain on the bottom of my oven that has been there for a while. I've tried cleaning it with the pink stuff. I've tried oven cleaner. I've tried a lot of different things. So I was like, you know what? Just to try out my steamer and my Dawn Power Wash. I just got the new one in the apple scent. It smells so good, you guys. You got to try that one out. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and spray the Power Wash on here. I'm going to let it soak for a while. So as I cleaned up the kitchen, it was just soaking inside of the oven. And then I was going to go in with my steamer and try it out and see what it does.
see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. 'Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't take no more. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you with someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me.
Quickly switched the laundry over, that way I could keep it going. I had tons that I needed to get done. I was gonna have my daughter Aubrey fold some laundry once she got home from school, so got the clothes switched over, and now it's finally time to unbox my new steamer and try it out.
Love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Can we stop the clock and rewind? Go back to that moment in time. When you say you want me for life, was it all a lie? I gave my all to deserve ya. Begging on my knees just to show ya. You're the one I want and I love ya. No, 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 no lie. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you with someone else.
My husband had gotten home a little bit early from work this day, and I've told you guys this before, he is such a jokester. And of course, he had to mess me up while I was trying to fill my steamer up. But I was so excited to give this a try. It heated up really quickly and it worked so good. It took off most of that stubborn stain, but I did end up going in with some of my pink stuff and letting that soak on there a while afterwards just to see how much more I could get off. I bet if I do it one more time, it would fully take it off, but I was really impressed with how well it worked. And it's great because this is a all-natural way to clean your oven, no harsh chemicals. So definitely recommend giving a steamer a try. The one thing that I noticed that was different about this one, which I don't know if it's because maybe I filled it up too much or maybe this is just how this steamer is, but I felt like it released a lot of water. If you guys have the Bissell steamer, let me know, am I using it wrong or does yours also like release a lot of water? I was thinking maybe because I was like tilting it as I was cleaning, that's why so much was coming out, but it did seem like an excessive amount of water was coming out. But either way, it did a great job at cleaning and I loved all the different attachments that it came with.
Enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Your love, 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 your love. Put your love on me. Your love, 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 your love. Put your love on me. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you with someone.
I did leave the pink stuff on the oven for at least an hour because me and my husband actually sat down to watch one of our episodes of the new show we've been watching, which is The Barbarians. They have 2 seasons on Netflix and you guys, it is so good. Make sure you go watch it and let me know what you think about it because we are obsessed. It's definitely like in a different language. You can tell they voiceovered it into English, but it's still so good. It's such a good show and I'm really hoping they're going to come out with a season 3 because I was looking online and as of right now it hasn't been renewed for a 3rd season, but hopefully if enough people watch it and, you know, they have good feedback, they will release a third season because we're hooked. We love it. But anywho, as you can see, the steamer and the pink stuff did a really good job at taking off majority of the grime. The inside of my oven looks so good, and it made the glass look really shiny and clean after I steamed it and then wiped it with just a microfiber cloth.
Enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself.
It is now a new day and I am ready to tackle my bathroom because I was so excited. I got in the other cleaning tool that I had ordered and I was so excited to try it out. I just couldn't wait. I didn't know at first like where to try it out first, but I decided to use it in my husband's shower because you guys know I hate cleaning the shower. It's honestly one of my least favorite areas of the house to clean. It's just, I don't know, it just seems so tedious. Like you have to bend over and it's just a lot of work. So I was so excited to get this new little tool that's going to help me clean the bathtub and the showers so much faster and more efficiently. So you guys will see what I ended up ordering. I also got it from Walmart. And it is an electric spin scrubber. You guys, I am so excited about this. I think I want to use it on my grout next. I want to put either some like Lysol toilet bowl cleaner on the grout, or I've even heard that the Resolve, is it the Resolve foaming spray? I think that's the one. That's a really good one to use on grout, and then have that set for a little bit and then go in with this scrubber and clean the grout. I think that is going to be on my to-do list very soon. I'm just so excited to have new cleaning tools. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just being an adult, but you get excited over the littlest things.
Faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Your love, 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 put your love on me. Your love, 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 put your love on me. Say something meaningful.
This whole bathroom needed a good deep cleaning, so before we try out my new electric spinner, I'm quickly going to clean the bathroom. I need it to clean the toilet area. We're also going to be steam mopping the floors in here, just getting everything nice and deep cleaned.
Something I don't know. I wanna know you better. The way that you talk to me, the way that you make me feel. I don't know if you're real. I wanna put you in that spotlight, looking at you all night. Put you in that spotlight. Oh, you make me feel right. Wanna look at you all night. Put you in that spotlight. Oh, you know you're beautiful. You know you're beautiful, and it's like you're untouchable, like you're untouchable. Don't you know? You know you're beautiful. You know you're beautiful. I'll sing until my lungs give out. You're beautiful.
So of course, before getting started in the shower, I'm gonna pull everything out. My husband had made a mess with his shampoo. It was literally dripping everywhere. So I needed to not only clean his shampoo bottle off, but also the whole side of the shower because the soap was stuck on there. So we're gonna get this all cleaned up, and because I was so excited about my new Dawn foaming spray, I decided to use it in the shower as well because it smelled really good and I thought it would foam up really well with my new electric spinner. I went ahead and had a hot bowl of water that just had a little bit of soap in there close by. That way I could dip my brush in there and keep on scrubbing just to help it foam up a little bit more. I probably should have put more spray on here because it wasn't super bubbly, but it did a great job at cleaning, especially the floors in the bathroom. I feel like they looked so much brighter and whiter. Definitely recommend this spinner, and it saved my back because I barely had to bend over to get it cleaned.
What are you doing to me? I think I'm going crazy. Oh, I just want you now. I wanna hold you close, don't wanna take it slow. Ooh, I just want you now. I wanna put you in that spotlight, looking at you all night. Put you in that spotlight. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whenever I was looking into buying an electric spinning brush, I did read lots of reviews because the reviews were saying like it wasn't that powerful of a scrubber, and this one had really good reviews, and I am really impressed because it was very tough. Like it spun really fast where you had to grip on because it would like spin away. Like your brush would literally start moving because it's spinning so fast. So definitely love this one. It feels like it's great quality. It was pretty affordable. It was on sale when I ordered it. I'm not sure if it's still on sale. I will link it down below, but it worked so good. Very powerful spinner, and it charged really fast. So while I was cleaning the bathroom, I plugged it in, and by the time I got done cleaning the bathroom, it was already fully charged.
Wanna look at you all night. Wanna put you in that spotlight. Oh, you know you're beautiful, and it's like you're untouchable, Don't you know, you're beautiful, I'll sing until my lungs give out, you're beautiful.
I'm just going in with some of my Jaws glass cleaner to wipe down the glass. There wasn't too much hard water stains or grime or anything on the glass, so I didn't need to use any hard cleaners on here. But if you guys do have hard water stains on your glass, I definitely recommend using the black Lysol toilet bowl cleaner. That stuff takes off all the hard water stains. Here in Texas, we have really bad hard water. We do have a water softener, but it still leaves those marks, and that works the best at getting off those tough stains, especially inside of my shower. So if you struggle with that, definitely try the Lysol toilet bowl cleaner, and make sure you wear gloves because you do not want to get that stuff on your skin. It will burn you, just a FYI.
I wanna put you in that spotlight, looking at you all night, all night. I'll sing until my lungs give out, you're beautiful.
And then the final thing we're going to be doing in the bathroom is, of course, steam mopping. I'm using my Shark steamer. Love this thing. I've had it for years and it is still working. definitely one of my favorite cleaning tools. I love the way the floors feel after you get done steaming them. They're just sanitized and they just look so good. No harsh chemicals needed. But once I get done doing this, I'm going to share that grocery haul with you guys. If you're not interested in the grocery haul, just skip ahead because I do have that party prep and all of that after. Quick break in today's cleaning motivation to do my weekly grocery haul. So I'm gonna start off with the stuff that I got from HEB and then I'll show you guys what I got from Sam's Club. So to start off with, got a big watermelon because I've been wanting fruit this week. I also want to do a side of air fried squash. So I'm gonna put some like breading on it with Parmesan cheese, put it in the air fryer. Sounds so good. I needed 2 things of garlic for some recipes, some Chick-fil-A sauce. The kids love that for chicken nuggets. For the breading, I thought I would use this panko seasoned breadcrumbs. I also am going to be making some shrimp etouffee this week and I needed some more Tonys. So I picked up the spice and herb one and then I also got the original Creole one. I thought I had some of this, but I made some white beans and rice and realized I didn't have any of this. So picked up both of those. Also got some more cooking spray, some Parmesan cheese to go with our squash, 2 things of organic bananas to snack on. Of course, my organic half and half for my coffees. This time I went ahead and got a huge thing of ranch. The kids have been going through so much ranch, so we won't run out for a while. All of us use fluoride-free toothpaste and the boys like something like sweeter. So I got them watermelon by Hello. Also picked up some of the Lady Essentials. I like buying the organic cotton tampons and then I also got the organic cotton pads. Ethan's birthday is actually tomorrow, so I got him some balloons. It is going to be Spider-Man themed, so of course I had to go with red and blue. I also picked up a new pair of gloves because mine are so stretched out and they keep slipping down when I'm doing the dishes. It drives me crazy, so got some new gloves, a number 4 candle for his cake. I also got some of the HEB brand Field and Future dishwashing liquid. This is honeysuckle and rose. It's plant-based and no dyes, no paraben, no sulfates, so a little bit better soap. I got some asparagus. I thought asparagus as a side sounded really good. I'm gonna sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on that. So tasty. I also needed another eyebrow pencil. I picked up the e.l.f. in the taupe color. The kids also requested berries as a snack, so we have blackberries, blueberries, and strawberries. I really do try to purchase the organic strawberries because strawberries are very heavily sprayed with pesticides. So I like to buy them organic whenever I can, and then of course I still soak them, all of my veggies, in water and baking soda before we eat them. And I've also really been obsessed with cabbage recently, and I've been using green cabbage, but this week I thought I would make a purple cabbage soup, so I picked up a big thing of cabbage. We also are running really low on powdered sugar, so I picked some more up. I have 2 pounds of fresh shrimp for my etouffee. I already had to open these up. I have been craving wasabi almonds, and I used to buy them in bulk from Sam's Club, but they didn't have them, so I went ahead and got the HEB brand ones. They do taste really good, but they're not as spicy, so maybe I need to shake it up a little bit more, but I love wasabi almonds. So good. Picked up some Texas toast as a side for the week. Also some cage-free brown eggs. I got 30 of them. And then I also plan on making some mashed potatoes this week. So I got a big 5-pound bag of potatoes that will definitely last us at least 2 weeks. And that is everything that I got from HEB. I spent a total of $115. Now I'm going to show you guys what I got from Sam's. I did mix it up a little bit this week. I told you guys that Austin is starting flag football. So of course, with sports, you have to have some options for quick and easy meals just in case you don't have time to cook. So I picked up some Go-Go Squeeze applesauces for the kiddos for this week. This is the one that comes with all the different flavors. And as for like quick, easy meals, I thought these Zatarain's meals would be perfect. We've had this before and they're so good. It comes with 2 trays. We do need both trays because it's just not enough. It says it serves 8 people. I'm assuming that's for both of the trays because 1 tray is not enough for our family of 6. But it's not bad. Like, this is a really good meal and I believe it was like $14, so that's not bad to feed 6 people, and it's super easy and convenient and delicious. And then also for something easy, I got the kids some cinnamon rolls. This comes in a 4-pack. That way we can have that either on the weekend or during the school days. And this is another quick and easy meal that's also delicious. We love this. It is the spinach and ricotta raviolis, and you just add, you know, your tomato sauce to it, which I already have some on hand, so I didn't need to buy any more. But this is another really good quick and easy meal idea. Also ran out of jelly for the kids' sandwiches. We also went ahead and got 2 things of the wafers. The kids love these. Last week was the first time I bought them and we went through them really fast. So this week I got 2 of them and they're only like 5 something and you get 20 of them. So it's a really good price and they're really good. Also got some fish sticks as a quick and easy meal. Throw those in the air fryer. Bought some chewy granola bars. I needed some more Italian seasoning. I've been using tons of that in my cabbage soup, so I needed more. Also got a big pack of kiwis. My husband's energy drinks. He's been drinking this Celsius. And then I also got the big thing of Hawaiian rolls. I plan on making cracked chicken in the Instapot, and then we can just put them on the Hawaiian rolls to make them into little mini sandwiches. So that is everything that I got from Sam's Club, and I spent a total of $150. You guys, I was seriously procrastinating on wrapping these gifts. They have been sitting in my room for quite a few days. I have been meaning to wrap them and just never got around to it. So this is the morning of Ethan's birthday. I locked the kids out of the room and I was quickly going to hurry up and wrap the gifts. And then I had to get myself ready because we had our movie time at 12:20 and I still needed to decorate the dining room area. So I was in a rush. I almost forgot to buy wrapping paper to wrap all his gifts, so the day before I had to run up to the dollar store, grab some wrapping paper. They had little to choose from that was, you know, kind of like boyish. I was hoping to get Spider-Man because that was his birthday theme. They did not have anything similar, so I just had to grab whatever they had that looked boyish. And do not come at me. I know my wrapping skills suck, and this paper was so small that it was all mix matched, and I ran out when I was trying to wrap up his car seat. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, such a mess. But I was really excited because for his 4th birthday, we did end up getting him a booster seat because once he's 4, he can go into a booster seat. So we got him like the tall back booster seat that is Spider-Man, and he was so excited when he opened that up. We let him open that before we left to go to the movies. That way he could ride in it up there, and it was just so cute. He was so excited about it. But now I'm quickly tidying up the dining room area. I wanted to go ahead and just have it prepped. That way, whenever we got back from the movies and stuff, we could just go ahead and do cake and, you know, it would all be set up. I was planning on doing this the day before, but, you know, time got beside me. But that is okay. We're getting it set up now. Thankfully, I wasn't doing anything too extravagant. I did blow up balloons and have them all over the house. It is my tradition to put balloons by the kids' bedroom door the night before their birthday. That way when they wake up, they open the door to a bunch of balloons. I started that when Aubrey was a kid and I just kept doing it. So we had balloons everywhere. So the only thing I really needed to do was hang a banner and do the tablecloth. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to watch till the very end. I'm going to show the aftermath of the party, and next video is going to be the cleanup. I'm excited for that. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Subscribe if you're new here, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye!